Yo. What the fuck is up, fight fans? It's your man 3K the Boss, aka Mr. Two Hands Up. Bah, bah. You know what it is. It's the motherfucking Douce, baby. Look, man, this Reaper Gang Radio Volume 12. We back up in this bitch. Telling the back of Brinks truck up full of money because we back up in this bitch. Yo, shout out my nigga Ronald Finkley, man, with the super chat off the early though. Salute, my G. Spartan in the building. Salute, family. The boxing Jedi. Oh, man, look, man, we ready to cook, man. We got to do some shit, man. But at first, I got to address the fakes out here, man. Because, look, this is one thing we not going to do. It's real cute. It's real cute. And I love it. Trust me when I say I love it. I love it all. But this is what we're not going to do. We're not going to wait until a week fucking later after I done sat down, chilled with my fucking daughter, had family time, made dinner for the fam, did all of this shit on Sunday. You know what I mean? Everybody chill, relaxed on the Sabbath, basically took some time off and took some extra time off on behalf of my daughter. But all in that time, I've always been here. Since last week, don't act like motherfucking you just now popping up seeing videos. Don't act like, you know what I'm saying, this content was just put out there. Don't act like I just started dragging you on behalf of the shit that you do, you fat, sloppy, nasty piece of shit. I already told you a week ago I would cut bacon off your back. Now you want to act like you want to post a community post a whole week later to try to convince somebody you tough. Well, let me tell you something right now, motherfucker. I'm not convinced. I would never be convinced. I'm just sitting back laughing at you inside right now. I feel all the butterflies in my stomach because I'm fluttering from all the laughter right now. Nigga, you sweet. You motherfucking so sweet. It don't make no sense how sweet you are. Brown sugar, baby. I swear to God. I might play D'Angelo on your behalf. You that sweet. Don't fuck with me, man. Don't fuck with me. Look, it costs you nothing to pay me no mind. But now, since it's a whole week later, we want to act like we're a tough guy. We want to act like we want to fight two hands. You want to fight two hands? Nigga, you need to fight the cholesterol that's clogging up on all the fat, clogging up around your fucking heart. You can never fuck with me. It's hard enough for you just to get out of bed, tie your fucking shoe, get yourself together. You can't even see your dick when you piss, motherfucker. Pause. The game is so fucked up for you. It's so fucked up for you. And then you got the audacity to act like I need to stoop low enough to disrespect your another. No, motherfucker. In the video, clearly, I was getting on you for disrespecting your mother. I repeat, I was getting on you for disrespecting your mother, considering you had $7,000 for somebody to kill you. Then you had $4,000 for somebody to kill you. Then your mother come in the room because you're playing fucking oldies from probably the time when she grown up. No disrespect to her and shit. She probably like, this shit is weird. What's going on with my son? He got to be having some suicidal fucking moment that we just can't understand right now. He might be breaking down again because it's not that many Lucky Charms and fucking Twinkies left in the fucking cabinet. Lil Debbie trying to break up with his ass, and Weight Watchers is trying to breathe some new life into this nigga. We are not going to do this. Not today. Not today. We can't. It's a little too late for you. But on your behalf, I will go ahead and finish the Axis of Evil. On your behalf, I will continue to make more videos and drag you, since now it's starting to get to you. Because I'm sure, just like today, just like yesterday, and all last week, when all these motherfuckers was running to you, telling you I was dogging you, dissing you when I was live, people could clearly see it. But you wanted to act Ray Charles blind to the fact. You wanted to act Stevie Wonder blind to the fact. Oh, but now you're tough. Now you're tough. I said we could do it on video, we could do it on camera in front of the whole world. I got no response. So now you want to click on a community post, and here's the weakest shit, right? I definitely put out a community post letting everybody know that Reaper Gang Radio was going live at 8 o'clock. You put the comment in a fucking post that was 3 days ago about my Twitter, not the post about the shit when you could clearly see, if you wrote on it 2 hours ago, you could clearly see that Reaper Gang Radio was going live on Monday at 8. You could have said something in that comment, and we could have made it all the way real. We could have made it all the way real. I'm not going to live in this land of the soft-ass matrix with you, baby. It's real life with me. It's real life with me, and you are not tough. That is the harsh realities of real life. You are not tough. You're fat. You're built like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man mixed with the Michelin Man. You're a fucking fake Guinea running around at this joint trying to be a tough guy. Now you want to say in the same breath, you said you ain't never disrespected me, but you want to fight at the same time. So what is it, fat boy? Not Johnny Boy. Not Johnny Boy's Fight Palace. More like Johnny Boy's Feast Haven. What is it? What is it? Do you want to fight? Are you in the best point of your life? Are you getting off the drugs? Are you level-headed? Because right now you seem a little irrational. I mean, you're wearing the shit out them foot thongs because you're flip-flopping, flip-flopping, and flip-flopping. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Because if you call it one way, if you keep it one way, that's all the way real. We wouldn't even be having this disconnect right now when you're talking about you want to fight. I mean, I'm just confused. I'm all the way confused. Not confused enough to waste all of my fucking morning on you. Morning on you. This is Rival Gang Radio. We talking about Teofimo Lopez. We talking about Junior Lopez. We talking about the fact that this nigga said that he was going to get a big ass bag, and I'm a little confused because the bag you said you're going to get, the stardom that you said your son has, it's not adding up. And once again, I love his son. Don't get it fucking twisted. Don't get it fucked up. This is not a Teofimo Lopez bashing campaign. We're not on that. We just on bashing what is the false reality from the truth of the situation, and shit just ain't adding up. Just like the scale keeps adding more and more weight every time Johnny Boy steps on it, puts a dent in that motherfucker and crushes it, the contract's not adding up with Teofimo Lopez. So we're going to dive into that. I'm going to throw the link out here. You know what I mean? Anybody more than welcome to come up. And I'm about to cook on this shit because that's how we get down on Reaper Gang Radio. We're not for the fuck shit. We're not for the fake shit. We're not for the lies. We keep it all the way official. My tongue game vicious. Pause. My rap game vicious. Niggas can't fuck with me. I got them all fucked up out here. I got them all in I got their panties in a bunch. We gonna get busy. We gonna get busy, busy, busy. Shout out to everybody in chat. Martin Ramos, salute. Ronald Finkley, salute. MCK, salute. Ace Money, boxing in the building, salute. Hey, look, man. Hey, look, man. We got a lot of fake motherfuckers out here. We got a lot of false prophets, man. We got a lot of non-believers. Let me slide this link up in here for the gang. For the gang. Hey, yo. We got to keep it a bean. We got to keep it a bean. For the little bit of bread that he got, because he bet on himself, and he definitely got a little bit more money, he still didn't get the money he was expecting to get. If it wasn't for fucking Triller, coming in, stepping in with the 6 mil, and I mean, if you want to break it down, put the extra points on there. If you want to break it down, if it's 65-35 or it's 60-30 and whatever else, go to whoever, whatever the case may be, that shit still is only coming out to about 3.75 mil, $3.5 million after taxes. Maybe 4 million if he's fucking lucky, but it's still nowhere near to what he said he was gonna get. Nowhere near that. And I'll be damned, y'all, if I'm shutting the fuck up. I gotta talk it. All right. Link is in the chat. So, all in all, when we sit back and we think about everything, I mean, shit, was it really worth the hassle? Or was it really worth the headache that Teofimo Lopez is probably going to have? Because when you bet on yourself, you got to be willing to play chess. You got to think about everything that's going to go into play here. I mean, everything that's going to go into play here. Yeah, you did benefit. You made more money. And that's what it's about. It's show business. It's boxing. And you definitely should get your money. I want to see you get your money, Teofimo. I want to see you make your money. But at the same time, is $3 million going to be the worth of the headache that you got to deal with from this senile old man? Because I do believe that it's coming. I do believe that, you know what I'm saying, a nigga might get shelved like an old-ass book, bro. An old-ass book, bro. Because if we're looking at it, if we want to look at the harsh reality of things, and let's be clear here, I don't know how Triller's going to make this money back. I repeat, I don't know how Triller's going to make this money back. Unless they want to have a motherfucking Mike Tyson fight night or something again. What are they going to have? Mike Tyson versus fucking Evander Holyfield 3? What are they going to do? Mike Tyson versus Lennox Lewis? Or what they going to do? A whole bunch of rematches? And hope that, you know, the old fans that, you know, look back at the glory days of boxing will come in and step in and, you know what I'm saying, try to blow this thing up. Because let's be serious here, fight fans. There is no way in fucking 7 hells with fucking gasoline draws on could fucking Teofimo light this event off behalf of George Kambosos. I don't know how much emphasis people are trying to put on these unified titles. I repeat, I don't know how much emphasis people are trying to put on these unified titles, but it is not, I repeat, it is not going to put him in the position he needs to be in, I'm sorry, to where they could sell this event. How is George Kambosos and Teofimo going to sell this event? Does anybody know what Triller has in mind when they picked up Teofimo Lopez? How grand of a night is this really going to be? What can they offer us? What can they offer, you know what I mean, boxing in a sense? Because, I mean, this is Triller we're talking about here. When we're speaking about Mike Tyson and we're talking about Roy Jones, that's something completely different here. Yeah, that's going to make a little bit of money. But what can they offer boxing? What can they offer us, considering that Triller is nothing but a visitor in the home of boxing? What can they offer us that's going to make this fucking fight sell, and how they going to make their fucking money back? Because I don't fucking know. H Money salute. Boxing Jedi salute. What's good, fellas?
Salute. All I gotta say is that I fucking played all you haters. I made a big announcement and nothing came across, you fucking haters. That's right, $6 million. Only $6 million for something we knew that we were gonna do. You guys knew it. That's right. Motherfucker, I made a video on this. I'm not sure if you caught it two hands, but yo, check this shit out, Doug. So you was up here and you were saying that we had to wait till February the 18th. Then the 18th, right, turned into the 21st. And on Punch Drunk Radio, or should I say on his live piece of Punch Drunk, you came out and said, you're going to wait till Monday. I got you on Monday. Okay. So then Monday came and nothing happened. Now it was the 25th and you came out with this quote unquote huge announcement that was going to shock the world. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you something, brother. Yeah. You said you were going to give us a surprise. Yeah. And all of a sudden, you gave us a bag of shit. Dig it. Yeah. We stood by like a bunch of bitches with our skirts blowing in the wind. Yeah, blowing in the wind. And all of a sudden, because you got $6 million, because your Twinkie swole up, we're supposed to have a nice little party. Yeah. Let me tell you something, bro. You guys are faking it fake. Mr. Haney was right. There is no fucking money in that fight. What are you getting? 2.5 or maybe 4? You still ain't
possibly. And I'm being nice, not to cut you off, Jedi. I just wanted to say I'm being nice and saying that he's going to cash out $4 million at the end of this thing.
You know what I mean?
What, it was only 6.2 or 6.5 that they put on the purse bid.
Yep. If that, brother. And it's sickening. It's sickening. And here we are. What's up, Mr. Troy Graham? And here we are. We sat down. We waited. And we were like, maybe it's not going to be Kambosos. Maybe it's going to be someone. I gave it the benefit of the doubt. We all tried here. But now, motherfuckers now have to see the light. You would look, you guys were placating to this nigga. You have to see now. He don't, if you have anything else besides you not licking their balls, you're a hater, right? And then when you tell them no, but it's not like that. Like Two Hands did, I did, H1, everybody on that panel that day. Oh, but I'm not talking to you, motherfucker. But you came on the live and you called us casuals. But then all of a sudden, I'm not talking about you though. So then why the fuck did you come up on the panel then? Because you came up on the panel trying to scream on niggas, and we totally lifted that dress and showed what? A bunch of cunnilingus. A bunch of pussy. And I don't give a fuck what anybody says, bro. I'm not giving this nigga no benefit of no doubt. You promised us shocking news. You was going to shock the boxing world. Now, unless you're a financier or an accountant or a fucking lawyer, this is not going to be good news to you. As a fight fan, think about it. What really shocked the world with that fucking money offer that they're getting? Nothing.
Nothing. Hey, and yeah, I must say, shout out to Troy Graham. Troy, hey, yeah, you definitely caught me slipping with that one, brother, but I caught myself slipping before you. That's why I threw a pause in there, but really I didn't have to pause it because my tongue game is crazy, man. Tell wifey know what's good. Wifey know what's good. When I slang them legs east to west, my G, I've been killing. Anyway, look, man, once again, Teofimo. When it comes down to the 6.5 million, he got to understand how lucky he is in a sense, Jedi, because at the end of the day, if Triller wouldn't have stepped in, he was only going to get maybe 1.75, maybe 2 million, because Eddie Hearn was the second highest bidder. He only put in about he put in 3.5. Eddie Hearn put in 3.5. Fucking Bob Arum came in $1 million shy under the 1.27 he was originally willing to put up. So that basically means that the purse bid didn't even change. What did he do? Fucking sneeze on the fucking purse. What did he sneeze on what he offered and threw that bitch in there and said, here, I'm just offering a loogie and a booger on top of the 1.75 million that I was already going to give you. Like, I'm not, I swear, like, I don't want people to get this fucked up because this isn't about me bashing on Tiafimo. It's about me bashing on the principles of when we gotta hold people accountable to what they say. That's it. So if you tell me that you about to swim in 10 million, if you tell me that you about to swim in $8 million, if you tell me you about to have, so if you said your son was gonna get $8 to $10 million, so that means it should have been in excess of that. It wasn't a flat line right there. It should have been in excess of that. And even if it was a flat base of $8 million or whatever, you were trying to say that your son was going to see about 10. Mm-hmm. But regardless of the situation, you are about 40% of where you said you were going to be. You're about 40% of where you said you was going to be. So I got to look at that shit where I'm just like, what are you missing that we aren't missing? George Kambosos is never going to bring you to the promised land when it comes to financial purses. You putting too much stock into this belt, and I hope this ain't going too far and saying you're not putting enough stock in your business because I don't want it to come off mad heavy like that. But what I'm saying is you banking on these belts and you banking off that win for Lomachenko a little too much because there is a big portion of fans out there that still truly believe that when Teofimo was going up against Lomachenko, he wasn't that much of a big deal. I always thought he was 130 pounds soaking wet, French fries. So what I'm saying is, translation, he's fucking small. And that shit taps out. So I don't care how much skill you have. Yep. So if you were banking that Lomachenko was going to put you in the position that the whole world was going to eat off of it, let's look at the facts, Jedi. The facts are Lomachenko hasn't made no more than about $2 million to $3 million total in what, 4 to 6 fucking years.
Look at that.
So where's the catapult? Where's the amazing push in these purses? Because only a couple 100,000 people be watching, paying attention to Loma. All I'm saying is the hardcore boxing fans, we know them, we love them, we appreciate them, we know what time it is there. But when it comes to the casual fans, this is still a fucking name that half of the retards in America can't pronounce or they can't put 2 and 2 together when it comes to this is a fucking the ideal boxing match that the world want to see. So you kind of, yeah, man, you're sucking on bunions right now, B. The corns is real heavy in the cheek right now because what it looked like is exactly what we suspected it was going to look like, and it became just that. Honestly, can we all agree that if it was Devin Haney, the purse bid would be way more successful than what it was?
Yep, it does, and it would have been higher. But this is why I'm so upset. You're getting this much money for a fucking branch of a cherry, dog. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go there. Think about this. This is a mediocre. This nigga's getting $4 million for this whole, right? Rounding up, we're estimating that. Yeah, that's the same thing that Haney had told him on your live, bro. $4 million. What's up? He even said, "I'll fight him for $1 million." Oh, so you fight us for $1 million? I never said that. Meanwhile,
and if people realistically go back and address the live, they basically talked about the $4 million. They talked about all of these other things, but this is what Bill Haney counter response to that was. Okay, you said you wanted $4 million when you sat down with me, but when you're not around me, you're backstage. What was it, during the Canelo fight, I believe it was? Mm-hmm. It was during the Canelo fight. You backstage with A. Hearn, you asked him for $10 million. That motherfucker didn't sneeze. That motherfucker didn't blink. His motherfucking shoulder, his posture wasn't different. He said, yeah, I got you on that. Not word for word, but it basically was like, yeah, I can do that. Yeah. That was word for word.
Yep.
His eyes lit up. Really? You can do that? Eddie's response, since people want to deflect from what the truth really is here, is you're going to get in trouble. He points at the camera. Speaking of his boss, Bob Arum, He knows he couldn't do that. He said that would be a breach of contract. So he didn't want to go in the conversation considering you got 3.5 you got 3.5 with Bob over there, but you're talking about 10 million with me right now. It ain't adding up. We gotta look at what the facts really are. The so-called business that Teofimo was trying to do was not adding up. And here's T.O. Jr. Shit, y'all want to know how we avoid all this? Let's put the cameras down. You know what I mean? So, regardless, camera on, a camera off. Breach of contract is breach of contract, and you don't want them top break headaches because I'm here to tell you, if you only just got 1.5 million in your last fight before they cut that up, and you're only about to see maybe 3.75 to 4 million if I'm being fucking nice, you can't fight that battle. You can't win that battle. And trust and believe, at Top Rank Stable, you are not probably the favorite fighter that you think you are because Bob Arum has a tendency to put money before bad business. It just don't look good.
It doesn't. It just doesn't. And I don't blame Arum for he's not mad at Triller. He's not mad at them because he knows that they knew in the game. You know what I'm saying? And they made a choice or whatever. They're not affiliated, at the moment, like Hernan and Arum is. I'm trying to tell people that Arum is not the one putting the fight, the heavyweight fight in jeopardy by just saying, "Bro, you're making a mistake if you put money in for this fight." All right, I already explained that. I'm gonna go through it real fast. When he told Eddie Hearn, "If you pay for this fight, son, you better, it's gonna be a big mistake." AKA in promoters talk. Remember, we got a super fight, right? A heavyweight unification. So if you put money here, you're not gonna make this shit back, son. So just think about this. You better not come up short across the heavyweight fight now, because it'll be your fault. That's what he meant by that in such short terms, because that's promoter talk. Think about this now. My man ain't gonna tell him, "Oh, if you make the Teofimo fight, I'm not gonna make." Why would Bob Arum do that? He would want to make money off that shit too, dummies.
He's gonna make more money off. He's gonna make Teofimo money on his next fucking 4 or 5 fights to what he's gonna make with one Fury Joshua fight.
Well, from what I hear, they're trying to sell Triller his contract, and they don't want Tio on Top Rank no more. They don't want it. Yeah. They bro. That's disloyalty, bro. And all you fight fans out there, you hardcore Tio fans, think about this now. Not only did Senior show his colors on Mr. Two Hands Live as to, if you go against him or any type of constructive criticism, you're a hater. Now, think about this now.
You see what we're talking about.
Yep, they don't give fuck about.
See, and that's the thing. It's really disingenuous. Troy Graham, salute. Glad to have you up here.
What's up, man? I'm here. I'm just waiting my turn.
It's really disingenuous when you sit up here and you talk about the other aspects of the whole entire situation, and then people just want you to hang on to what they're saying. So when I'm sitting up here and I'm counter-responding saying, just because you're saying it, that don't mean I believe it. Right. Just because you're saying it doesn't mean I believe it, because it's more variables than what you're saying. You don't run boxing. Your finances clearly tell us that you don't run boxing. You don't dictate the market. You don't dictate the pulse and how boxing moves in any direction. You don't dictate the temperature of boxing at all. You are not the barometer of what is the business of boxing. If that was the case, God damn it, we all going down.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is, if they putting him in a position where they want to go to Triller, and to answer your question, Jed Kyle, Proxy Media owns Triller. They're a social media video networking company or some shit like that. It's an American video making and social networking service owned by Proxy Media. It allows users to automatically edit and synchronize their videos to background checks using background tracks utilizing artificial intelligence. So basically what I'm hearing is they're nothing more than KindMaster. They're nothing more than A to Z Recorder. They're nothing more than Streamlabs. So if this is the direction, you can't be, I don't care what anybody say. In business, yes, you must take a gamble. You must make a jump. But I don't think people on the outside entities looking in don't understand how hard it is for you to be successful in the boxing world, especially if you're not a welcome guest here. You got to be willing to kick down fucking financial doors that are unfathomable. Yeah. And on top of that, if Dana White said fuck Zoo for boxing, and push that shit to the side, knowing his son wants to be a professional boxer, what the hell is Triller going to do? I don't like, and then it makes it even worse because I think I've read the purse bid article on ESPN, but the way Teofimo was talking about it, he was like, well, I mean, yeah, it's kind of surprising that Triller stepped in, but he was saying, it's going to be weird not fighting on my own promotional outfit. Well, at the same time, if you're apprehensive about the road that you're traveling right now, you got to show more ownership in the predicament that you put yourself in. Because I can't tell you what's going to happen next. None of us can. But hey, man, that's just me. That's just how I feel about it. Man, we got to hold out before you condemn me or before you condemn Boxing Jedi or anybody else that's adverse to the thought that, Teofimo Sr. and Teofimo Jr. going to win. You got to hold out on that shit and see it for what it really is. Troy Graham, it's on you.
I actually, you know what? First of all, how you doing? Hey,
Great. How about yourself?
I'm great, and I'm gonna slap the hair off the back of your neck for that last comment.
I just got a face. That's why I'm going to the barbershop tomorrow. I don't need your big ass black hand smacking me in the back of the neck. That's a little too much unnecessary heat right there. I'm good.
You trying to say have mechanic hands, bro? You trying to say no?
Big rough ass mechanic glove palms and shit.
No, but look, I actually like that he took a gamble on himself because I say this all the time, and some get it, some don't, and some won't. As far as it goes in boxing, it's the fighter that's the business. It's not the sport. Boxing is a vehicle for the business, which is the fighter. So to me, it sounds like they actually got it. Just like Devin Haney and them got it, that they are the business, and he went out and he stepped on faith, and he got more than what he should have got. But it sounds like you and Boxer Jedi have an issue with that. So why don't you break down your issue with what he did? Because I don't have an issue.
See, that's the thing. I don't have an issue with him stepping out because I was the first one who went on Reaper Gang Radio volume, I think it was 9, I believe, when I heard Bob Arum was trying to stonewall him and he was trying to stonewall Eddie Hearn if they're willing to step out on the purse bid. My whole thing is we got to look past, like, the interview that he had with me completely changed my thought process on the level of defense I had for it, and the whole Devin Haney argument, considering where it started, how boisterous his son was right after he beat Lomachenko, saying that he would fight the email champion next, everything that played out. I had a physical conversation with him, Troy, like 2 weeks ago. So when I'm having a physical conversation and everything that you're saying isn't adding up, you're deflecting from basically the answers that I'm giving, you telling me that I'm lying, but this is chronological fact here. You can't sit, so I got to look at everything different. So when you're sitting up there saying you're running boxing, you're going to get an excess of $8-10 million plus or whatever stepping out, and everybody's going to eat their words. There's a certain level of confidence that you're carrying. There's a certain level of big-headed shit that you on that if it's not what you say it is, I got to hold you accountable for that, because really, I don't think that even with him stepping out, once again, I got to say that I'm happy that he got the money. I'm happy that he bet on himself. He definitely got a little bit more money. I wasn't doubting that. I just understood that it wasn't going to be the number that he said it was. And it looked like he in kind of a bad position, to be perfectly honest. So that's just my stance. I'm happy he got his money, but it's the other things that matter as well. That's just what I'm focusing on.
Yeah, my whole thing is simple. It's simple, Mr. Graham. It's simple. So I was on the panel on that live as well. I asked him if he can handle constructive criticism. He just said, yeah, and they just waved it off, which he couldn't. My whole thing here is, okay, so $4 million you would have got for fighting Haney. You possibly getting $4 million for fighting a mediocre. See the difference there? That's my problem. That's my goddamn problem. Sorry, Lord. That's my problem.
Okay. So it seems like both of y'all saying that if he would have got the same amount for fighting Haney, why is he fighting this guy for the same amount?
Yeah, and I understand it's a mandatory or whatever. I understand all of that. But at the same time, if you know it's a mandatory, right? you're stepping out for all this money for a fucking mandatory, and we all know who the fuck this Cambosis is, right?
Mhm.
So you had Haney, in which everybody and even the sanctioning body said, "Yo, if y'all want to produce that fight, go ahead." You didn't produce it. He did not pull the trigger to make this fight.
Yeah,
So
I
this
want to
is
make
why.
it. My
Yeah,
bad.
go
I didn't
ahead.
mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay. Go ahead, brother.
I was just going to say, I want to make it a little bit more clear than that. Devin Haney, he had the opportunity. This is per his management, based off of an article that he did with the Athletic. They had the same opportunity that Golden Boy fucked Canelo on. They could have put in a freaking exemption with the IBF, bought themselves more time. We already know. Unification, especially when we're talking about a true undisputed match, is going to slump. It's going to slump your mandatory. That's going to completely push that to the side. What Teofimo did after he fought Lomachenko was he made it clear that he wanted to fight this so-called double email champion. He said all of this shit saying that they weren't willing to get in the ring with him. I highlighted all of that when I just put the video out, cut it up just like 2 days ago or some shit like that. But anyway, that's my biggest problem. So if it's all about the money and we're all going to shut up based on your opposition, which is George Kambosos, the Australian guy, if that's what it's going to be, then what you got from Triller, based on fighting George Kambosos, I do not see it nowhere in the same realm of stratosphere what he would have got fighting Devin Haney. He would have got way more money fighting Devin Haney. So for me, I'm just like, really, you kind of shot yourself in the same foot at the same time, exercising your right to go out and bet on yourself. Your bet was kind of off. Because I guarantee if you would have bet on Devin Haney, I bet my bottom dollar he would have saw more than the 6 that he got from Triller.
Yep. And on top of that, I was waiting for the news that was going to shock the boxing world. And if him getting a $6 million purse bid won by Triller, or just putting up a purse bid and whoever would have got it, that would have been the surprise. And we're supposed to be happy because they're getting a cut of maybe $2.5 to $4 million.
Right, because we gotta look at it like this. Even though it says 6.3 or 6.5 million, I don't look at it like 6.3 or 6.5 million going on behalf of Teofimo Lopez, because you already got to cut 65% of that out. So really, how much of a great gamble was it? Okay, you saw extra M, a couple M and some change. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe 2 M's and a little bit of change. But at the end of the day, you were on the brink of fighting. Here's another point that I was just thinking about last night. You were right on the bridge of fighting Jose Ramirez or Josh Taylor. Mexican fan base, Honduran fan base, Irish fan base, and the whole UK behind Josh Taylor. Then you got the Honduran fan base, along with the American face-based fan base. Those fights would have been big. And on top of that, if you betting on yourself on Kambosos, I wouldn't have went out on the limb on Kambosos. I would have kept that in the kitty. Bruss went ahead and knocked him all the way the fuck out if you weren't going to do the Devin Haney thing like you fucking said you were. If you weren't going to do that, I fought Kambosos, got that money, went back to the drawing board, made him give me a little extra. Then the next fight, I would have fought Devin, or I would have fought somebody that's going to bring more money to the fucking table. Yep. Then when you're going on Josh Taylor and shit like that for your next undisputed fight, if you win, because you're going to have all of the belts for real this time, you really going to get some money. Now, it sounds like it's waiting a long time, but what is it? You would have waited one fight after beating Kambosos to really get a bigger check, and then surely be in line to fight Jose Ramirez or Josh Taylor? It don't look that way to me anymore. Who knows if they're going to try to shelf his ass? Because he ain't getting them no money.
Yeah. Top Rank don't want nothing to do with him. They're trying to sell his contract. Those are facts. Y'all can look that up.
Yeah, so maybe that's another reason why he stepped out on his own, because he saw the writing on the wall.
Well, he already knew it. Once he made that move, he put the writing on the wall himself. You know what I mean?
No, I think the writing was there from before, based on all the different conversations I heard his father had. But you know what, man? This is the point where I was going to say,
because I was just going to say. No, I was going to say his father's the problem, man. That's really what's going on here, man. His father's going to blow shit. He's going to blow it, doing all this money negotiations, and he's blowing it. I'm telling you, he's blowing it. Because you know why? Because now, let's just say if Triller signs him and he goes and he's not happy with the offer they give, and he does that now, he steps out on Triller. Nobody's going to sign this kid. And
what
he doesn't have
Triller going to sign him to do.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's going to keep stepping out. And it ain't going to be T.O. that's going to be wanting to do it. It's his father. It's his father. And if you go back to that live, Mr. Graham, if you check that live out, you understand exactly what we're saying. His father's about the money, and Tio was about fighting, and now he's about money. It's switching up, bro. We see it. We've been through this too many times. We've seen this change in fighters that came up hungry and were killers, and now all of a sudden they lean in the fuck back in them silk sheets, like Marvelous Marvin Hagler said, the greatest middleweight ever. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
For me, it just boils down to this, man. You just got to acknowledge the pivot, man. I just got to acknowledge the pivot. Anytime somebody pivots in any fucking dialogue they open with me, any shared dialogue, I have to acknowledge the pivot. And there's some real fucking Kevin McHale shit going on in the paint right now.
I can tell you this: when it comes to fathers and sons, I tend to leave that alone and all that.
Yeah, it's a completely
you can't really
argument.
say nothing because, to be honest with you, I train my own son. At least if he can stay focused, I can say I'm really training him. But yeah, I train him, and ain't nobody gonna tell me anything. I mean, yeah, you could tell me. I don't have to listen. That's the whole thing.
Right.
I don't have to listen. But yeah, but my point is hearing you speak and a whole bunch of other people speak. This is why I say that when it comes to the business part of this sport, I hate that they pull the curtain back and then the fans can see a little bit more, because really that's really not our damn business. We're fans of what goes on in the ring, and that's what we should really focus on. This other stuff, that ain't really for us to see. Let them go ahead and do that garbage behind closed doors, and we just enjoy the fights if they come.
And
if they come.
I agree with that. But see, the only problem with that is if you make it available to the world and you feel like by you speaking on it with us and you bringing it up or being mad boisterous about it, if you make that type of topic available to the world and Teofimo goes out of his way to freaking smite Top Rank publicly by letting them know that they basically cheap in more ways than one. And then basically, chastise the log line that they carry above, their business name, which is Top Rank. I thought we are boxing. You basically double bitch slap them in the face. So my thing is, if you're going to make all of this information available to us, it only, and it's all surrounding the one individual that we wanted to see you fight. Now you kind of you're making us privy to all the bullshit. Now conversations that should kept behind closed doors, we're having them in a sense to where it's becoming a major topic of conversation. Now we're looking at the decisions you making like, well, did father and son make the right moves? Is father and son talking too much? Is father going out on the limb a little too much by saying shit? He the god of this boxing shit? Is he getting a little too egotistical out here? And we have to acknowledge the foot that he constantly puts in his mouth. Because for me personally, I don't care about your contractual obligations in the sense to where, unless it has to be a topic. I really don't want to talk about your money. I don't care about what you're doing, because there's a famous line that I like to use: what you eat doesn't make me shit. So at the end of the day, I really don't care about what you're making. I care about the fighting aspect of it. But if you want to bring it to my table, motherfucker, let's play cards.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, I got a question for both of you. Let's take him out the picture. Let's take Teofimo out the picture, and let's insert Crawford. Would we feel this? Would we feel differently based on how we know Crawford is being handled and how Arum has disrespected him in public? If this was Crawford doing that, would you feel a little different?
Can I get
in what way though?
Because he stepped out on his own. He took a chance on his own. He told Bob Arum to go kick rocks now. He gonna do stuff his own way. Would you feel a different way?
If Bud Crawford told Bob Arum to kick rocks?
Yeah.
Well, Bud,
he did the same thing that Teofimo did, and he went with, it's called Thriller, right?
Yeah, Thriller.
Yeah, and he said, I guess he set up his own fights, got his own first bid, and all that stuff that Teo did. Would you feel a little different based on the information you have?
I don't know, because circumstantially speaking, I gotta look. I'm like, shit. This nigga Bud Crawford get a $4 million bottom line.
I'm glad you brought that up.
So it's different. You can't even I couldn't even argue, and I can't even look at it that way, because Bud Crawford is in a position where he's straight, and the view and the angles that people take with Bud Crawford's viewership and shit like that isn't necessarily what the facts truly are. Well, that's why he gets that $4 million bottom line. So for Bud Crawford, I kind of understand what he was saying, and I highlighted that as well in the video. So it's different, man. It's a lot different because we have a guy who didn't necessarily, who basically he been betting on himself young. But in the process of betting on himself young, he didn't bet on how he could negotiate and finagle his contracts, whether if he was going to win a belt. After he won a belt, could we come back and could we revisit the contract and talk about what I'm going to be making? Or if I end up beating Lomachenko, we're going to come back and redo the conversation and see. These are the things that maybe we don't even know weren't highlighted when he spoke on himself. So with him being tied into a 3.5-year contract, I don't want to necessarily speak on all the ins and outs on what T.O. should have been doing in comparison or not doing, because I don't have all the information. All I know is he's locked in for 3.5 years. I know what he's freaking sold. I know what he's made. And I know what he's doing right now. Outside of that, I can't say what his contract looks like on the ins and outs. But from what I know and what I gather, and based off all of the information and how they're moving out here, it ain't nothing.
Well, from what I know that T.O., Crawford, and everybody in Top Rank last year re-signed. So nobody's unhappy except for T.O. and his father, right? So yeah, he has a right to go out and get his own, but at the same time, it's just in the style and fashion that you did it. At the same time, not understanding that Bob Arum is the key player of this game. You know what I mean? You got now everybody that's saying, and if you do the research, is out there, this is not a pay-per-view worthy fight. This shit ain't making nothing back. These dudes, Triller. Matter of fact, I hear that's going to be the co-main event to this Tyson Holyfield fight that's coming up. This,
I had a fucking feeling. I swear to God.
You know what I'm saying? It's a desperate measure. It looks so desperate on behalf of T.O. When he's a champion, he was comfortable. You just got to fight the way he's fighting now. Motherfuckers is taking pay cut because of these lockouts and shit. I mean, this lockdown shit, right? This is why Bob Arum is telling motherfuckers, you're getting ahead of yourself. There's a second wave coming very soon, and you guys gonna be wasting all this money only to make like what, one fight back out of 3 that you put your money in. What about the rest of the? So this is what I mean. If Bud Crawford is happy. This is why I can't really answer that question, because he resigned. But let's take it to the what if universe. If Arum, because I don't see Arum doing anything to T.O. It's really the greed. But let's just say Arum was doing that shit to Crawford and trying to jerk him on his person. Of course, he has incentive to leave. But T.O. doesn't have incentive here to do this. Think about this. The only incentive he has is, I should be getting more. That everybody feels that way, but there are levels to things. And just because you fought Lomachenko and you beat him, he wasn't the beat all. That's it. You still got other contenders here that you're in question. As a matter of fact, this is the problem. You're not answering that question between you and Devin Haney, because the same motherfucker, right, T.O., the same dude that sent you those 2 signed certificates is the same nigga that's saying. Right? The same dude that signed those 2 certificates saying that you are the undisputed is the same nigga that's saying Tevin Farmer. Devin Haney
is the deal, right?
Is the same thing as you. So there's a question there. You're both being played here. That's all I'm saying.
Here's the deal. If we want to look at Triller and what Triller does, we got to look at it from this. We got to be realistic about one thing. Ronald, salute. We gotta be realistic about some shit here. These are one-offs. This isn't a boxing career. This isn't a boxing entity. This isn't a boxing business. We are known what they're known for. So these are one-offs. Yep. So if you want to speak in the sense of Teofimo Lopez, if they put up the 6.5 for the purse bid or whatever the case may be, we can speak on Mike Tyson cards and whatever else they got going on. But the fact of the matter is, these are one-offs. So after he fights George Kambosos under the ass cheeks of Mike Tyson and old ass Evander Holyfield or whatever they have going on under their undercard, what is next for Teofimo Lopez? What type of business is Triller in, and how much money does Triller have where they can just throw around and say, hey, we're going to make the biggest fights for Teofimo Lopez? Because the only way that they're going to benefit off making any money off this kid, if they can get him in fights that are clearly going to propel him to a place to where it's like these tickets are going to guarantee sell. What fights are they're going to be? We can speak like, oh yeah, he might get some money on a one-off here, But we got to look at the longevity and the totality of the situation. This isn't something that is just guaranteed to win. And that isn't guaranteed for any fighter except two.
Right.
You know what? You know what? I agree with the fact that he beat Lomo doesn't make a doesn't make his entire career. I think the mistake that they're making, at least from my point of view as a fan, is that okay, you fought him and you beat him. It really wasn't by much, really. It's not like you blew him out or anything, right?
Mr.
I mean,
Graham sees it. He sees it. Go ahead, say it, brother. You see
what
it.
you should have done really is either fight him again in a rematch, and then if you couldn't get the rematch, then move on to Devin and say, okay, Devin, you the next big name. Let's me and you do something because see at that point, right? You know what you're doing there. You know, is you're establishing the fact that I am the best at this weight class right here. And
Cream
no
of the
more need to
crop.
talk about it. I am the best, right?
Cream of
And
the
if he-
crop.
It wouldn't even be
Devin,
debatable.
if he beats Devin, then he can move on to his mandatory. Not to say that he's earned it, but you don't. Okay, you just fought two champions and a guy that's supposed to be the be all end all in Devin, right? The next biggest thing. Now, when you take on this guy that nobody else knows about, this mandatory, no one can say anything to you because boom, boom, boom in a row, you fought nothing but people who were supposed to beat you, right?
Exactly. And all you will
Because
become is the cream of the crop. Yeah, the cream of the crop. All the
Because
way to
here's
the
the
top.
thing. Here's the thing. You're right. He didn't blow out Lomachenko. And that's the point I'm trying to make when I'm saying you banked on this situation on a guy who really hasn't even made that much money in his own career. If you really wanted to pull some level of stardom, some level of financial access out of this whole situation, you're right. You would go revisit that situation and make it to where it's not debatable. And then if you go straight into Devin Haney, can't nobody deny your star power with him because here's the worst part about Teofimo Lopez that a lot of people don't understand why I completely understand where Ryan Garcia was coming from when he said this shit. When it comes to this situation, he's fourth when it comes to all of us. And he didn't even say even with the belt, but I picked up on it because realistically, you got all of the belts, but you don't have the star power that they have. Ryan Garcia is more popular than you. Tank Davis is more popular than you. Devin Haney, he been more popular than you. All of them dudes have a fan base, a major following. This nigga just got his blue check like a week ago.
Yeah.
So, yo, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Teofimo's manager did an interview yesterday, and he says that Teofimo Lopez is headlining the Triller card. He's not going to be under nobody's undercard. So, in that aspect of it, is a new level as far as Teofimo standing out on his own. But you're right, it is a one-off, 5-5. It's a one-off. He only fighting that one fight there, and now he got to go back to Bob, and he got to reap what he sow.
He's gonna look like a deer stuck in the headlights.
If you telling me now, you know what I'm saying? If you telling me now that Triller's coming out and saying this is a headlining event, what the fuck is underneath of that? It makes because that makes it a little bit more of a touchy situation for it. That makes the conversation possibly a little bit more graphic on the lines of how I'm towing this shit because now you headlining this shit. Oh my God. If you're talking about betting on yourself, now the pressure is completely mounted.
That's exactly
on a whole new scale, bro.
Look. This might be a case of a motherfucker that spoon-fed his child too much to eat and gave his kid some bad indigestion, and they got to go to the ER and see the doctor that they said fuck you to. You know what I'm saying? That took care of him before. Exactly what Troy said. Exactly. This is exactly what's gonna happen, bro. Bro, he's gonna have to come. Listen, look. If he's headlining this, that's a lot of pressure. That's just gonna get to him. It's gonna get to him. And if it doesn't, hey, maybe you were meant for the spotlight, but it's still the move that was done that you're gonna have to deal with the repercussions. Oh, fuck that shit, though. You're a fucking hater. We got this. I'm God. Okay, no doubt. Do it again.
Based on what I'm seeing though, and I'm not hating because I like the young man and his father cool with me, but I think they're putting the so-called carriage in front of the horse, as the saying goes. You know, I just think they're moving ahead way too fast, and they should have got him more established. I get the win with with Lomo. I get the win with the other guy, but that's not enough. And you know what? Ryan Garcia is correct. Ryan Garcia is correct because if you look at the other three, being Ryan, Haney, and Tank from Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
They're actually known. You could sell them. All you could sell on Teofimo is his win, but what else could you sell?
Yep.
There you have it, right? And that's not.
Easy.
I'm not hating on anybody because I appreciate all them cats, man. But I
Right,
think
because
what
he
it
was.
is,
I think.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
I just think that they trying to run.
I do.
I just think they're trying to run a little bit too fast.
Go ahead.
That's
I was
all.
just saying. I was
That's
just
all it
agreeing
is.
with you.
What we're experiencing here, gentlemen, is a whole bunch of boxing constipation. Yeah,
Look,
these guys
we gotta
have nowhere to
acknowledge.
go afterwards.
We gotta acknowledge where they fucking up here. Once again, man. We gotta just acknowledge. You can go out there. It was like this.
Oh,
Somebody got
himself
kicked.
off. He cut himself off. I think he meant
Yeah,
to
he-
add someone, and he
he-
cut himself off by mistake.
Yeah, Mr. Two Hands, you need to come back. Yeah, dig it. Yeah.
Yo,
yeah, he got
Boxing Jedi, they're gonna hold Ryan Garcia feet to the fire because he's in Dazen too.
Yup.
Looks like they want to get him to fight
Shit, I don't know what.
Haney.
Yup.
It looks like
Really
they want to get
good,
him to fight.
good. I hope so. I hope that fight happens. I'd love to see that.
That would be
And
great.
then
if
we
they
can
do
see
that.
the Tiafimo versus Haney after. I hope in
We can see the
2020.
winner. We
That
can
should
see
be-
the winner.
That should be the only conversation motherfuckers is having during this situation and after this situation. Because let's be serious here. George Kambosos ain't no fucking conversation. George Kambosos headlining this shit is goddamn a fucking shiv to the gut for me, man. Let's be serious here. This shit is painful. None of this brings delightment or entertainment to any boxing fan that wants to see it, other than you gonna see a motherfucker get knocked out. Hopefully, and if Teofimo headlining this shit, you better knock this motherfucker the fuck out.
Exactly.
Because then we gotta scratch our chin about this shit. Because a
Yup.
lot of people are putting all of this fucking bullshit on the back of Devin Haney on some shit like, oh, well, Teofimo fought this guy and this guy. Let's be serious, y'all motherfucking non-keeping the same energy ass motherfuckers. Y'all thought Nagatani was trash before that nigga knocked out Felix Verdejo. Y'all thought Richard Comey was a straight fucking bum.
Word up, man. And you know what's really fucked up also about this situation here is this is heading to motherfuckers getting high paydays for mediocres, bro.
I don't like the landscape, gentlemen. No. I don't like it.
Because here's how Teofimo working it. Here's how Junior working it right now. We just beat the killer of the 130 division. Motherfucker, killer to who, nigga? If I walk outside, motherfucker, when an ant see a size 12 boot, motherfucker, it's a size 12 boot. You know, ain't shit he could do with it.
There are more killers in the street than there are on the rings. Fact.
You know
dig.
what? Nobody really thought Lomachenko was a killer, but we gave him his props for actually being around for like after the fight for a couple months. But like I already knew Loma wasn't a killer. The fight to make is Haney versus Teofimo, but they gotta just get through these obstacles with Ryan. I see Ryan versus Haney, and that's what it should be right after the Kambosos fight. But Haney gotta fight somebody too before they fight.
But
That's a
motherfucking
fact.
Ryan don't want it.
That's
Ryan
what I'm
don't
saying.
want it.
That's
That's
what
the
I see.
bullshit about it. How you gonna win the interim belt? But then you turn around and say you want to fight a 130-pound fighter. So at the same time, I understand Haney got to fight somebody. But when it come to Javier Fortuna, when it come to Linares being stuck on the other side of the world, when it come to Javier and all of his bullshit stepping in and out like a fucking game of fucking double dutch, and it come to Ryan Garcia posturing in the paint, when it come to goddamn Tank Davis, not even want to mention the dude name. Everybody this dude has tried to fight. The only credible people around him that could even give him some type of substance to his name, these niggas don't want to get in the ring. So I would love to say this nigga need to fight somebody, but they don't want to fight him.
On top of that, these motherfuckers put in more work trying to get that money than they do in the fucking ring. Facts.
That's a big fact. With the Haney team, and you know what? With the Haney team, me personally speaking, because yeah, they all want to duck him, but he does take the fights that make him more popular, even though he get a lot of hate with it. But you know, he's making the most money out of all of them, if you ask me. You see what I'm saying?
He is, man, and that's where I think a lot of them motherfucking hate and the differences come in when it comes to those two camps. Because here's the deal: when I watched 2 years ago when he was on Ellie Setback News, when Devin Haney pushed up on Teofimo and they talked about that sparring, nigga, the energy wasn't right.
Yep,
When I watched Devin Haney push up on him in present day, nigga, the energy ain't right. When I watch Bill Haney push up on Teofimo Sr., that nigga don't never mention, yo, my son was beating your ass in sparring. Nigga, your son don't want to catch wreck with my son or something like that because, look, if I had the kind of energy in boxing that them two have right now, and I'm speaking on my son, and they fighting your son or whatever, nigga, I'm talking about how we was dusting your ass in sparring, and nigga, that's the reason why you slowing it up. And the only person I hear saying shit like that is Team Haney. And the only person I see him getting on quiet time and shit like that when it comes to Team Haney is Team Tio. So we're it's like, yo, bring up all of the other shit that don't have nothing to do with Devin Haney. But when it comes to Devin Haney, what's the energy? That's why I'm like, yo, keep it a bean. Because they not.
And check this out. I got an idea. And I'm working off Mr. Campbell's words, what he just said before you got on, Two Hands. Check this out. All right? This is a great idea. Maybe, Lomachenko should fight Haney on the way back, and the winner gets Teofimo. Dig it, That way, this motherfucker could prove himself, and nobody could say, well, Haney ain't fight nobody to fight Tio. Tio can't say, but he ain't fight nobody, right? And Tio Sr. can't say, but he ain't shit.
Yo, the bottom line, Eddie Hearns and Bob Arum should want to make that fight because that's a lucrative fight. Stop playing and give us Lomachenko versus Haney. You know what I mean? Like, that's a real fight right there.
They're on record on this channel right here saying they wanted that fight because I asked them straight up. I said, Bill, would you take a fight with Vasily Lomachenko right now? And I'm like, and I had to highlight this as well because you know how motherfuckers is in the media. I said, would you take a fight with Vasily Lomachenko considering he just came off a loss to Teofimo Lopez? And if you say your son goes out there and he washes him, you know what the headlines are gonna be. Yep. Oh, he just came off a loss. He's been losing a step since freaking goddamn Linares. Would you still take that fight? He said, absolutely, I would take that fight.
Yep.
He said, you know, we would take any fight that the people want us to see. Any fight that we mentioned.
Can actually get a belt back if he fought Devin Haney. If he really won a belt.
But he acting like he don't want to take it.
Look. The same motherfucker named Suleiman who gave Teofimo these 2 certificates calling him undisputed is the same nigga, right? That's calling fucking Haney undisputed at the same time. Like he put Haney in as the question in the first place. This is why we're talking about this. Because of him. So how is he telling one person one thing and then sending certificates to the other guy and telling him another? This is what I mean. So Haney, check this out. Bill, if you out there, the best idea, hunt Loma down. Loma ain't got nobody to come back to. He could come back safely into your son's fucking knockout position. You know, and if he knocks him out in stylistic fashion, that's even better. It adds more credit. Motherfuckers that want to come out and say, the only niggas that'll say that he was off step are the haters of fucking Haney, right? Which would be Lopez lovers and it would be the Loma fucking lovers. You know what I'm saying?
Because I gotta keep it a thou.
Yeah.
Because this is what I always wanted out of the 135 division, and I swear to God on both of my beautiful kids, you can go back to the fucking very beginning of my videos, starting to talk about Devin Haney to go to 135 class. I've always said Devin Haney would beat all of them there. Now, here's the deal. I always felt like Lomachenko was breezing through 135, fighting the dudes that wasn't the right dudes who could really give him competition and get him the fuck out of there. I felt like Teofimo and Devin Haney were the 2 dudes who had a realistic chance of beating them and would make his energy switch. Now, Lomachenko goes out there and fights Devin Haney, beats Devin Haney, dog. Nigga I would take every fucking thing that I said negative about that dude back because them are the 2 people I needed to see him fight anyway. Not somebody that I thought he could just go out there and whoop on. Somebody that got a belt who I feel is just average, not a fucking vacant fucking title fucking king. None of that bullshit. I want to see him fight something real, not no face down, ass up Anthony Crawlers, not no fucking niggas lacking in confidence like Luke Campbell who don't believe in their fucking ability to follow through in the later rounds. Not nobody like that. A nigga who believe he the shit, skills and ability, say he the shit, came with all the natural intangibles in the game and homed it with fucking skill. That's the people I need to see him fight somebody on his level that presents a challenge because we've seen the other dudes. They don't match up. But if he fought that nigga,
skills alone, that's like a young lion fighting a tiger, a cyber tiger. Like Lomo is beast. skill
He
set
is,
wise.
man.
And
His skill
Haney is
set.
a beast, skill set wise. So it's not gonna be like no dirty fight. It's gonna be a drag out technical fight.
It'll be
Yeah.
like
That's the
Tommy
fight that
Hearns
I'm
versus
doing.
Sugar Ray.
Exactly. It'd exactly be like that. You see, but this is the problem with Loma.
Stylistically, for sure.
Nope.
Yep. And thank you, Ronell. Thank you, Ronell, for bringing that up. Thank you so much, my man. No doubt, brother. Look, he don't see him taking this fight, right? But check it out. If we bring it up, it would be a do or die because Loma was already world class. He is world class, so there should be no easy fight for him on the way back. If you want to prove to us, because you went off and you showed us poor sportsmanship at the same time, and you showed yourself first of all. So you said that you won that fight when you clearly lost, my man. You know what I mean? So you should just take Haney on the way back, get a nice payday at the same time, get nice recognition. Because if you beat this kid, you know what I'm saying? There's no other way of you coming back. If you come back with a soft fight, Loma, then I have to question. I
gotta question your heart.
No. I have to question everything he went through in the beginning because now, when you look at Nicholas Walters being on a layoff and taking him back, we gave him all that credit. But then now,
That's why I'm saying I gotta question his heart because
Exactly.
you would look at the opposition and you would be able to understand due to the road he's traveling.
No. Question his competitiveness. I could give it to him with Linares, but at the same time, if we look at Linares now, Linares is a seasoned vet. He's there. He's becoming damaged goods. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of these cats. Yeah. There's a lot of cats that are diminishing in skill because
That's why I be like, man, that's why I be so hard on niggas because I understand the matchmaking business. I understand the conversation these motherfuckers is having closed doors when they flipping through these motherfucking Campbell's catalogs looking at these niggas, man. They know these motherfucker heart weak. They know this nigga leg gives out when he get a quarter mile into the game. They know a lot of shit about these noodle arm having niggas, man. So when they go fight these dudes, I gotta question it. But when them niggas jump in the ring with the young studs, when people talking about, oh, he 22, he too young, he 23. No, nigga, that's a nigga that's gonna break foot off in his ass.
Yep.
For real.
No, but I still think that he'd be a good test for Haney right now.
Hell yeah.
You know, Haney will beat him,
That's
but
what I'm saying. That's
you
what
want
I'm
to see
saying.
how he looks against these type of fighters.
That's
I
what I'm
don't
saying.
think
That would be a
Linares really
chess
want to
match.
fight nobody, bro. I don't think Linares really want to fight nobody right now.
Yeah, I mean Linares is nice. I like him.
That's not true. That's not true. He's trying to get the Haney fight.
Yeah, he is. I mean, I like Linares.
I just think the way Linares fight, man, now, I don't know if his slicks is going to be able to keep up with that speed now. I don't know if he's going to be able to be as slick as he used to be able to motherfucking to deal with Haney right now, but it is a fight and he credible enough to where I can say, yo, if he fought Linares, I'm going to give him his credit because, see, here's the problem, right? When Ryan Garcia ready to fight Linares, it's the motherfucking test of his life. When Devin Haney going to fight him, the motherfuckers are saying this nigga a gatekeeper.
That shit look like Gotti versus fucking Floyd, bro.
Yeah,
Linares for Haney right now, bro.
I mean, look, check it out. I was gonna bring this. I was gonna bring this up. Yeah, right. You're absolutely right, kid. Every point is fire. Yo, this panel's fire. Check it out. You got Tio. No, you got Lopez Senior, right? Wonder why he's doubting. Then wonder why is it that Bill Haney stepped back from training his son? Because now Mayweather is the one that trains Haney, bro. Like, you got to think about this. Lopez Senior, that is on some, damn, bro, this guy got the best fighter in the world, or that was the best fighter in the world training him, bro. I don't think my son's going to get to him. Now, when you look at that, and I understand, but he's not Mayweather, regardless he's training him, no. But if you're giving Haney, if you're giving his pedigree like any type of shine or any type of points or whatever, you got to understand here, with a man that was world grandmaster class training a kid like this who has potential like that, and we've already seen him fight. We've already seen him, how nice he is and how fucking on target and on point he is, kid. We know that he's got good fucking a good mental chessboard on his head when he's fighting opponents. So
that's Jedi, here's the deal. They don't understand when you talk about Floyd Mayweather. It goes so much deeper than that. They don't understand that motherfucking Zab Judah, this nigga Godfather, and been training him since he a kid. They don't understand that Floyd Mayweather Sr. was training this nigga since he's a kid. So it's not like motherfucking Devin Haney's just some kid that popped up at the age 19, 20. This nigga's been doing it since he was fucking 7 years old. Exactly. So he ain't new to this shit.
Mike McCollum too. Mike McCollum.
Look at that. Also. Look at that. Now, when it comes to Linares, if he was to face Haney, I think Linares already knows this, gentleman, about him not being able to catch. That's why if you notice his last fight that he really demolished a dude with a short right, it was on the inside. He's being a bit more stationary and he's changing his range from long Now he's concentrating from medium to inside now. If you take a good look at the way Linares is switching his style, him being evasive in the medium range to inside is very good for him. So he don't have to use his evasiveness on the outside anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's a very good strategy. And Linares, if he crafts that, bro, he'll be a very, very dangerous fighter that you would have to keep on the outside. And for Danny, I was gonna say Danny Haney. For Haney to be to master targeting from the outside, if he's able to craft that and he brings that to the table, this is gonna be a banging fight, bro. If that ever comes to fruition.
That's why I feel like Linares gonna get pieced up like people wouldn't believe. Because I feel like tenderizing the individual over, 12 rounds with steam is way, better than just a flash motherfucking KO or just knocking the nigga out. So, here's the thing, like Devin Haney motherfucking working in mid-range, man, he's a lot longer and he's a lot bigger, he's a lot taller than what, people think. So the way he operates in mid-range, man, he loves living off that counter and shooting that jab or pot shotting. So if Linares try to get mid-range with him, I just think that it's going to be a level of speed and IQ that's just going to get him hit up and touched up. I think he'll touch him up a little bit better and with a little bit more conviction than Lomachenko did it. But it's going to be smooth and fluent on that level, though.
Mr. Two Hands, it was a fight back that Devin Haney came back to. Yeah, we know he was out of shape. So I'm gonna give him a pass on the Gamboa fight. I just thought that he wasn't supposed to let Gamboa tie him up like that. But now that he broke his hand, that's an injury that's probably easier to deal with than how his shoulder was. So he's still on the same pace as far as like he's definitely a prospect, an elite prospect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Him and Garcia got to get it on, or him and Fortuna or whoever his mandatory is.
I agree with that, but see, look, when everybody talk about that Haney versus Gamboa fight, this is what I saw. I saw a person get shut out for 12 rounds. I saw an individual that is a veteran in the ring, 37, 38 years old, has been in there with all different types of looks and shit like that, was a extremely high fucking threat earlier in his fucking career, and just knows how to use survival tactics. He was getting punched on by Tank Davis for fucking 12 straight rounds before they gave him that fluke ass knockout in the 12th, and he got knocked down 3 times. See, when you just a veteran, you just know how to survive. And you can see Devin was getting frustrated with him trying to come in and hug him consistently, and he finally started backing up and timing him a little bit. But at the end of the day, I look at it like this. I ain't gonna get a boy too much of a hard time, because when people criticize him for that, I just find it funny, not saying you, but other individuals will sit there and sensationalize the fact that Tank Davis knocked him down 3 or 4 times in the freaking match. But here's the thing. Tank Davis had his hands down completely by his sides and got hit with a hook that if any other individual in the top 5 level in boxing would have knocked him out. So my thing when I talk to people about this situation is I say this: would you rather see Tank Davis get touched up for 12 rounds and get normalized in a sense by a guy who only had one leg, or a kid who just came off a shoulder surgery and you didn't even know he had hand surgery as well, fought that fight and still shut him out 12-0. So I don't criticize him too much based off of that performance. I just wish that when it comes to Fortuna, or it comes to when people mention Linares, I just understand that this kid's been wanting them fights. It's like where these dudes end up on all different sides of the world, catching fucking COVID, somewhere fucking learning Japanese, all types of wild shit, stuck in fucking Wuhan town. When, no disrespect to anybody, I don't mean that in any type of tribal sense. I'm just saying these niggas just become Houdini in the conversation, but they always the topic of the conversation. So it's like I make sure that I want people to understand too that when I talk about this nigga, I'm talking about the facts of what's going on with the situation right now. I'm not talking about it in the sense of this is not something I want to see. Or I can't say he don't want to fucking fight him when he's never denied it. So that's why I can't be as heavy on it. How these other motherfuckers be heavy on it. That's it.
They just heavy
I
on
tell
me.
you what, right? I'm sorry. I tell you what, when it comes to that fight with him and this is Haney, right? I saw like a young man who was 21 at the time and very patient in that fight with Gamboa.
Yeah.
That's why he walked away as clean as he was. Even though he was getting frustrated, most cats that are his age and they they fight all the cats like that, they would think, okay, well, I'm gonna get the knockout, and I'm gonna look great. But once he realized he was not gonna get the knockout, he boxed real good. He was very, very patient, and that's something that you can't teach patience. You either got it or you don't got it. Period.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Can I say,
Boys is everything.
yo, this H right here. Shout out to the
Yo.
panel. Yo, what up, dudes? What up?
And he don't make excuses. I'll give him that. He don't make excuses at all.
Yo, the boxing
Boy,
Jedi. What's good, the boxing Jedi? Troy Graham, what's good, Ronald, man? I just want to say salute to everybody. Y'all cooking. Y'all doing a great job. Man, hey, Deuce, man, I want you to focus on the boxing shit, man. Fuck all that other shit. You know what I'm talking about? Focus
Yeah.
on what you do, my brother. You know what I mean? You do a great job talking about boxing. You a real nigga, bro. I fuck with you, bro. Just keep up the great work, bro, and focus on the sport, man. Fuck all that other shit, my nigga. Don't let nobody throw you off your game. Don't let nobody throw you off your square, bro. Stay 10 toes down and fuck all that other shit. You feel me? Keep that, keep coming with that boxing content. That's what I want to say.
Yo, that
feel
Reaper
you,
game
bro.
was lit, yo. The way you explained that whole situation with Haney and Padre, yo, that was epic, yo. That was a lot of information. I think I gotta watch that twice. Real
Yeah,
talk.
man. I'm glad y'all appreciate that shit. And H, man, for real, yo, I ain't even going to stunt. That's job why I was like really chilling for like half of the week. Because for real, I kind of like, man, look, man, it is what it is, man. Like, there's hammers and there's nails, man, at the end of the day, if niggas get what I'm saying. So I'm like, man, I could really be on I really want to be on like fuck it and just focus on the boxing and just handle my BI. But you right though. You right. I'm gonna just leave it at that. You right.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
You know what? I'm sorry, Troy. I want to say this to the brother because I think I was watching DT3 stream the other day. You was on there, and I believe you and DT had a little disagreement or whatever. But I just think the type of nigga you are, like you a real nigga, like real passionate brother. Like I seen everything in that video. I'm gonna tell you, and I just want to say, bro, I'll fuck with you, bro. You real. Everybody support this brother, man. He coming straight from the heart with it. This ain't no game. He ain't doing this shit just capping. Nah, he's for real, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm gonna call you. I got a new nickname for you. Big two times, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Big 2 times.
Yeah, big two. You feel me? Hey, keep up the
Big
great work.
nose 2 times. Nah.
Salute, hey man. Hey, salute to you, H, man. Hey man, look, at the end of the day, cause with me, bro, it's like this, man. I take my time out to appreciate my dudes out here, man. So you know what I'm saying? It's only right that you know what I mean. I gotta appreciate and I definitely receive everything that you're saying. That's why for real, I tell niggas all the time it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. So if I'm not doing it, then what the fuck am I saying about me?
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. But yo, let me just because since we're having a heartfelt real fast, let me just say this. All this shit is not your fault. I mean, we all know what happened. Johnny already admitted to me that he was wrong for coming off. He said he tried to piece it out with you on certain lives or whatever, but niggas didn't want to let him come on or whatever. Now check this out.
That's a lie.
No. Check this out. What's going on now? The reason why he fired back, and everybody's like, there are only certain people paying attention, but they keep it quiet. But the rest of them is instigation. He's mad because 3 people told him that you said something about his mother. Now, if you pay attention to his live, he said that's why he's getting at you because 3 people told him that you said something about his mom. So that's why he's getting back at you. He didn't mind the other shit he said. So people that are instigating, this is what I want to say. And because I said it on my live as well. Both of these people are very cool with me. You know what I'm saying? My uploading brothers, whatever they got, that's between them. Stop instigating. Stop sending video clips. Stop doing shit because I know. And the proof is in the pudding in this live earlier that Mr. Two Hands did not say anything about Johnny's mom because when he mentioned her, he even said no disrespect to ma'am, right? So there's your proof right there. So Johnny, he didn't say nothing about that. And fucking instigators, stop trying to amp shit up, bro. Because as much as y'all screaming YTBC, y'all niggas are throwing gasoline on shit that don't need to be fucking, you know what I'm saying? Fucking arson. Now, let's stop this shit, bro.
Because Slim, like, this the thing, man. If just like he's saying people instigating to him, my whole thing is this. Bro, you don't think people been instigating to me all week? I made them videos a week ago. Did I shoot back at that nigga anytime this week? No. Did I say anything about him all
not
week?
at all. That's why.
No.
Yeah, let's squash
I
that,
said
bro.
something today after you know what I mean? And look, this is the thing.
Yeah.
I got several niggas in my comments. Several niggas in my comments saying, yo, Johnny talking shit about you. Johnny talking shit about you. Johnny saying this about you. And I don't even respond. I just put the laughing emojis in there. Kept it moving. Because this is my thing. If you ain't respond to none of this shit that I already did, and you saying you in a good place in your life and all of that, I'm gonna let you have all that. Because my thing is, I don't gotta kick a dead horse. That shit make me look weak. I left the nigga alone. But now you want to act tough. I'm just like, it's too late to act tough with me. I don't care about that shit. Because look, if he listened to any of the videos, Jedi, on my mama, if he listened to any of the videos in the main fucking in the video I did, the sunken place shit where I got his face on there all stupid in the Twilight Zone and shit, I even said something about him disrespecting his mother and shooing her off. So how the fuck am I disrespecting this nigga mother, man?
This is what I'm saying. People are telling him this, so this is why I'm telling you that. Like, understand now. Reason why he's so-called firing back is because niggas told him you said something.
Well, this on record. I would never disrespect your mother. I would never disrespect your father. I would never disrespect anybody, mother or father. I got one. I'm a father myself. I ain't cool with none of that. For real, we can keep. Look, I'm cause for real, I ain't even gonna stunt. D said some shit to me. It's a rag of niggas that said something to me like, yo, so you want him real heavy. Just let him live. Let him live. And I said, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna crush his whole neck. But not until this morning.
No factuality, bro. I grew up with white boys, but that don't mean that you can be black because you grew up with white boys. Like, that's just my heartfelt feeling. Sometimes people cross the boundaries, bro.
I feel like he dropped that thing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I feel like he dropped that thing a little too much. And now it comes to a point to where it's like, nigga, my nuts is not the size of planners, dog. I can't keep letting you move like this and then at the same time subliminally defending all your fucking reckless suicidal shit. It don't work like that.
Okay, but let me say this. I didn't mean to bring it up. So, you know what I'm saying, we could really, go in on it. I'm gonna just say this. The Boxing Jedi, you cool with both sides. Hopefully we can squash this shit. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's squash this.
This is what I wanted to say. This is what I want to say on record. On record. Don't say that shit. Don't say my name. Don't come popping fake tough guy in the community. None of that shit no more. And on my kids, I will not. I will take down this fat, ugly ass picture of you. I ain't taking down the fucking videos. And I don't retract shit because we already know how we feel about each other. And at the end of the day, that's what it is. But I will not. I will keep it how I kept it all the rest of this week, and I will not say your name. You don't cross my bridge, I won't cross your bridge, and I'm on record saying that right now. That's as big as I can get.
All right, cool.
Beautiful life right there, bro. That's
let me say something real quick. All right, let me say something.
I'm watching that shit too, yo. I feel you on that shit.
Beautiful.
Right. You know, H Money. I can say this about you. I see your growth and all that as a man. So I just want to shout that out to you. Right.
Thank you, Troy. Come fuck with me on the channel. My panel, dog. Come fuck with me, Troy.
This nigga H Money is a walking billboard, bro. He's a walking billboard. That's H Money.
I'm a solo artist, man. You know how I'm a solo artist. And now to the rest of y'all, none of what you're saying is any of my business. But being that I'm a granddaddy, I feel like I step in and give a few words. But I don't really give a damn about none of it, but I would love to see all of y'all come together and build because y'all could reach so much more people that way.
But see, at the end of the day, shit not gonna happen, dog. That's what
I got you. Let me finish.
Twisted.
We can't do that. I got you, Two Hands. Let me finish, Two Hands, because you know what?
We're not all mentally built the same way, and these niggas.
I got you. I got you. I got you. But at the end of the day, you can't build with everybody. You can't build with everybody. I got that. But at the end of the day, I just focus on what I need to do and how I could build. I don't give a damn about nobody else. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. I did lose my cool not too long ago with someone we all know. I don't want to mention his name. And in that split second, I wanted to break his fucking neck. And I told him that and I apologized, right? Because my soul was just full of darkness in that instance.
Yeah.
And I had to apologize to get it off my soul because I take my faith and my spirituality very seriously. But he must have thought I was joking with it. Cause I wasn't playing with it. I don't threaten nobody, but at the end of the day, I saw myself snapping his goddamn neck. I was just that angry, right?
Yeah.
So I had to apologize, and laughed. He laughed it off, and I went silent and prayed and did all that. But so I understand what comes in as men, man. But I'm just at a place in life where I just want peace, and
That's a regroup
I just
moment.
want everybody to
That's a
build and
regroup
reach
moment
their
right there.
Yeah.
and reach the peak of what they could be, and I can get back to slapping around two hands with the jokes and all that, right?
Yeah. No.
Yo,
No doubt.
this
No
what
doubt.
it is with these platforms, and this how I feel, yo. I feel like there's certain individuals that you got to go through a certain level of, you gonna interact with one another, and then you're gonna feel you're gonna end up understanding that certain dudes is just meant to be on their own accord, and you just can't deal with them. But you're not gonna understand until you interact. I got like 5 or 6 dudes, 7 dudes that I rock with, and I break bread with them. And I understood you going through a whole bunch of trial and error. That's what you got to do. A lot of these dudes, you can't save them. A lot of these dudes, you can't even speak on their behalf because you're going to end up realizing that they're going to compromise your integrity. So at the end of the day, all of that's cool. It don't bother me. That come with the game. All I'm saying is, if whoever follow them, you can follow them and be fans of me, because I'm not going to tell you where to walk or roam. If you got nomadic preferences, that's on you. We might see things a little different. I don't hate on that. We all different. But all I'm saying is, you can respect them and you can respect me at the same time, and let me move how I move, and I can let them be successful on their own accord. And I will not in no way infringe on that. For
That's
real,
right.
because I don't care. You can't block. Look, I'm going to tell everybody on here, I don't give a fuck. You can't, no nigga stop what's moving over here. I put that on my kids. You ain't stopping nothing moving over here, and I ain't trying to stop shit you got moving over there. If you let somebody stop that, that's on you. But like I said, I respectfully agree to disagree with your shit, and you could do the same with mine, and we can keep it a bean and just keep focused and keep moving. That's it.
Okay,
nigga.
It's all about the
That's how I
pure
feel.
content, bro. Pure content, not that bullshit.
Yo,
That's that real shit.
yo, too, like Troy just put a comment in the chat. He said, "Peace is what's needed." He said, you grow more with peace. And my brother, I want to squash all of this shit. Like I said, the boxing Jedi, please squash this situation so my brother too can get back to boxing. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's squash all of that shit.
Like I said, H, for you, it took, for real, like I said, it took your comment for me to say, on some real shit. I ain't got nothing else to say about dude. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I just cut it right here, because at the end of the day, you feel me? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not getting nothing out of the shit. I'm not getting nothing out of the shit. It's just,
You know what?
I'm just
Everybody
man
on
enough to
some real
say,
shit.
I'm man enough to be honest to say, I don't have a problem welcoming it or dealing with it. But I'm man enough to leave it alone too. You know what I'm saying? And that's just all it is. So if an individual can call that peace, if an individual can call that peace, then you can call that peace, and that's what it'll be.
Yep. And I just, like I said, I just brought up the fact, since it was already brought up, that that there are instigators that are throwing flames on shit. So shit is being said to him, and shit is being said to Two Hands. So this is why I'm telling y'all. So if I know what's going on, I'm gonna let y'all know. From there, y'all work it out. I know it ain't gonna be peace, but at least we'll get a piece of peace. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it takes. Like you said, Two Hands. I'm glad that you buried the flag and you claimed it, and you said, bro, look, go your way, I go mine. It is what it is. That's it. No doubt. After this,
Johnny can come in right now and say something, or he can just get over it, because everybody's over it. I'm not gonna go on Johnny platform.
And that's the mad thing to do, actually. Boxing Jedi, when you can stand there face to face and you like, look, I'm cool with you. You could, okay, you go be you, I go be me. It's that same thing that applies to family. You can love them from afar, but you don't gotta like them.
Right, exactly.
I'm not out here to chastise, man. Like I said, if I was a chastising, like obsessed individual, you would see more and more and more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But
I make my point felt and just leave it alone. But see, that's the thing. I never asked for none of the situations I'm in. I can honestly say that.
And I was just about to give testimony to that, because look, I never bear false witness to any of my brothers, bro. You know what I'm saying? I rock with both of you. Now I have to say, just like I told him on a private talk that we had, it's your fault that he's getting at you. So all this ain't Two Hands' fault. It's Johnny's fault, because Johnny felt like, people were jumping Teofimo Senior on a live, and he said something to the panel. You know what I'm saying? And I had approached him about it, and I told him, look, you can't just say that, you know, or everybody on the panel. But I'm talking to everybody on the panel except Jedi. You can't do that because I was on the panel too. So you are talking to me. So let me just tell you now, your fanboyism is what started this, and you need to apologize because this is bullshit. He said that he tried. Then all of a sudden he was quiet too. Then instigators came and told him some shit, and this is where all this bullshit came from again. I'm just saying, but that's good that you laid the flag, bro.
Yo,
Yeah,
dog,
I'm gonna lay the flag on this behalf because look, this the thing,
out
right?
of order.
If
Padre
people,
was out of order.
that's a fact. This is the thing, right? Because people could say this, right? They'll sit up there and say, you know, oh, they'll try to say, well, I try to squash it, I try to do this or whatever. Nah, you ain't try to do nothing until you felt the pressure, motherfucker.
Right.
That's what it is. You ain't feel no type of way until you felt pressure. Now you want to act like, you know what I'm saying, me and you cool. You can't motherfucking say fuck me behind my back and then try to shake my motherfucking hand because your handshake ain't matching your smile. Period.
Right.
So don't try to pull that shit because you got to think I'm some naive bitch ass nigga to let that shit slide. Nah, fuck you, nigga. Fuck you. But at the end of the day, like I said, that was then. I buried the flag. Period.
There you go. Boom.
Yeah, because you know what, Two Hands and everybody else on here, when H Money first met me, he'll tell you that dude called me a bitch, man. And I told him, well, go ahead.
Sorry,
Yo,
bro.
I'm back in the chat, bro.
Money
bro.
I apologize.
And I
bro.
told
My
him to go
bad,
ahead and
bro.
call me, right? That's what I said. I said, go ahead and call me, right? And we spoke, and he got a better understanding of who I was from that point, right? And we kind of went from there. But I'm like, yeah, but at the same time, when I spoke to him, I ain't show him no anger because I just had all this peace I got. Don't make me soft. I'm trying to pass it on to the brothers in the chat, Beats or whoever his name is. Peace don't make you soft. It means you earn it. Because you know, if you take away a man's smile and a laughter, there's nothing behind that but rage.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And you don't want to deal with that every day of your life because it weighs you down and kills you fast.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you were there all the times I made my mama and grandmother cry, you wouldn't like me either.
That's what I'm saying, man. We're all good.
But now, yeah,
I want to apologize again to you, Troy, man. I was being ignorant, being dumb, being stupid. I apologize, man.
All right, man. We got a question, man. We gonna shift gears, man. Motherfucking mob, salute the gun rights mafia, man. Motherfucking brother, man. Real spill. That nigga said, what y'all think about Gilberto Ramirez signing the Golden Boy? Man, look, man, I'm gonna keep it 100. I can't stand this motherfucker. Yo, hey, look. This nigga's hey, look, man. I have no problem with Zerto. I have no problem if this nigga is actually going to fight somebody that didn't come out the tomato can catalog, man. If it didn't come out of Campbell Soup catalog and he going to fight somebody over at Golden Boy, I salute that dude. He got a whole lot of fights underneath his record and not one of them bitches is credible. This motherfucker has got to fight somebody other than a fucking cold, man. Like, for real. Like, this dude ain't fought nobody. So if he's going to actually step it up, get in there and fight somebody credible, if he go out there, man, go out there and fight Bivol, man. He bored. He's sitting on his thumbs. He ain't got shit to do. If you fight Bivol and get your ass crushed, I respect you for going out there and even putting on a valiant effort, bro. But I just want to see this long dude fight somebody because it's not like I don't think he can be somebody. I do. He has aesthetics. But you have to prove something to me. And that's the thing. You got several fights, 50 plus, and against nobody,
baby, nobody.
You goddamn, your record is Keith Sweat third album.
Nobody.
That shit crazy, man.
Nobody, baby.
If this dude goes out there, oh my god.
I'm sorry. Let me ask y'all a question, which got nothing to do with what you're talking about. Did y'all see the Parker fight? And did you see the undercard fight with Jefferson and Zhang, the big Asian heavyweight?
Zhang Ji?
I was going to review that.
Zhang Ji?
I was going to review that.
Yeah, Zhang.
Yeah, Zhang Ji. That's my dog. Hey, he hit hard as shit. He ain't got the, you know what I'm saying? He ain't no boxing game Madonna, you know what I mean? It's going to go out there and make you want to bet your bag on it. But when you see him punch somebody in the face, he will impress you.
Give you that
I didn't watch the fight though. I didn't get to see none of the fights yesterday. I was gonna watch them today.
He give you that Wang Fei Hung.
Well, I ain't get to see him Saturday.
Okay, we can't talk about it then.
Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna review that fight a little bit.
I
But I'm
heard
saying,
Canelo watched Yildirim though.
man, that was expected, bro. Yo, if you take a look at this fight, bro, he stood there to get hit, dog. I don't want to hear it from nobody, bro. Niggas is fucking everybody's pom waving for fucking fractured fights, bro. Stop it,
It's
man.
not a respectable fight. I'm gonna say this is the only thing that I respect out of that whole situation. I respect the activity.
Yeah.
I repeat, I respect Canelo's activity. But if I'm looking at Avani Yildirim, you know what I'm saying? Which I understand, you're gonna fight Billy Joe Saunders next. But to be perfectly honest, Billy Joe Saunders isn't the freaking key to crack that code for me. We
Who is?
gotta do a little bit. It's gotta be somebody different. The person that I wanted to see him fight is the person who actually lost the title to the scale. That's the person I wanted to see him fight. I wanted to see him fight David Benavidez because I feel like the type of ferocity that he has, the unorthodox capabilities that he has, because it's not necessarily something you're going to go out there and say, you're going to pick David Benavidez based on this skill, or that skill. You're going to pick him based on that one thing that you can't teach. He just come forward. It's real aggressive. The power, he got a devastating offense. I don't think that Billy Joe Saunders has the necessary power and fully convincing style to beat Canelo. I think he's a person that would drag Canelo to a decision, and we already know what happens to Canelo in decision. I feel like it's going to have to be somebody that will knock this guy the fuck out. And I feel like if it's at 168, the only person there that could possibly knock him the fuck out is David Benavidez. That's just me.
I'm just saying,
Okay,
man.
the two hands. Okay, go ahead, Jedi. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, if you take a good look at that fight, bro, my man, what's his name? Yildirim? What the fuck his name is? The Rim. Let's call him the Rim, right? My man was just standing there, bro. He only threw like fucking 2 jabs and like 3 rights, and that's it. And then they stopped the fight, dog. Like he knocked him down once, the third, then the fourth. They stopped the fight, and I'm just like, what the fuck, bro? Like niggas just showing up for paydays, and then everybody want to call him the greatest Mexican fighter ever. No, the greatest Mexican fighter ever was Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Take a look at the man's resume, the record, the strive, everything that this man has done, his work ethic. You know what I'm saying? And you fucking young bucks should be happy that you have a face in Mexico in Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. because he is the pride. He is and still the pride of Mexico, all over Mexico, even Guadalajara. So stop that shit, bro. Yo quiero. Ay, mamá, yo quiero. Mamá, yo quiero. Nigga, I'm Puerto Rican and I love my Mexican boxers, son. Word up. I love Mexico.
I got a question for you about Alvarez. Why is he catching so much heat where I don't really see him doing anything wrong? I just see him as a fighter I just see him as a fighter that's trying to build his own legacy and he's basically collecting belts.
I'm glad you said that because I'll tell you why.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, I would say clenbuterol would be one of the issues. I would have to say, hold on. I'm not done. I was just starting there because I just wanted to get that one out first because I knew that was the one that was going to get the most bullshit. But I would have to say he's had a clenbuterol issue. That's one thing. We got to talk about the 5 catchweights: James Kirkland, Miguel Cotto, Amir Khan, Aries Landry Lara, which he lost that fight 7-5. Who was the other catchweight against? I'm leaving one out, and it was against another significant opponent.
Wasn't it Angulo?
Yeah, Angulo. So a fucking catchweight against Alfredo Angulo. So that's 5 catchweights right there. You got the clenbuterol. Then he just fought Callum Smith on a 5-week notice. Now he fighting Avani Yildirim. And people problem is the nigga ain't fought a slick boxer since goddamn Aries Landry Lara. So I'm just saying it's multiple things to question this nigga, man. I mean, I'm not saying he a bad fighter.
We can give him
props. 2 hands in Jedi.
I
got another question for you that's also based on Alvarez.
All right.
Name me a fighter from 160 to 168 that's fought tougher competition than Canelo currently. Go ahead.
Okay, well, you're talking on the.
Hold on, one now. Repeat that again. I was looking at the comments.
Okay, I said name me a current fighter that fights at 160 or 168 right now that's fought tougher competition than Daniel Alvarez. Go ahead.
At 160 or 168? Name a
Yeah,
fighter. But I mean, the
is for
problem
tougher
with that
competition?
statement is I've been telling the whole world that 160 and 168 is consistent of a bunch of sissies.
That's
We
one
can't
thing.
consistently say this person, these niggas is ducking over here. We already know Caleb Plant ain't fought a goddamn fucking soul besides Feigen Boots, Mike Lee, a dude who ain't never won nothing but a fucking Air Force fucking title. It came down from 175 pounds, goddamn Feigen Boots. And the person he beat to get his IBF title is Jose Utsukagi, and he's supposed to take a freaking autopilot because of that. Billy Joe Saunders is the only person with credible wins and beat champions at 168. I mean, David Benavidez, he don't got a belt right now. So that's even with those guys, them niggas, a lot of these niggas ain't fighting nobody. So to put Canelo in that realm, I'm gonna agree with you that Canelo has fought tougher competition. But this nigga been around since goddamn
Well,
Floyd Mayweather was still boxing.
I gotta say that the it's a good
Mhm.
question, but it's missing some substance because
Go ahead. Okay, go ahead and tell me what's up.
hold on. I'm telling you, don't get offended, bro. Hold on.
I never talk highly of 160 or 168.
Check it out.
So I can't even get with that.
My man Canelo has not started like the guys from 160 to 168 campaigning, so we can't really do the comparison there because Canelo is catchweight king. I mean, we all know. Hold on. I'm not finished. Everybody spoke here. I'm going to speak too. Now, you got to look at the Climbiro. We can't forget that because 155 was a ghost division. It was known as the Canelo division, and there were a lot of guys at 160, right? And he even stopped the unification. So it's like when you look at this, it's a good question, but there's really no answer to that because he didn't start campaigning from 160 to 168. We can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I can't really answer that because the guys that started campaigning from 160, 168 were all fighting each other while Canelo was fucking around with lower weight class, 155.
Here's the deal too, Jedi.
Yeah.
Why is it that, I can't even, 160 or 168 shouldn't even necessarily be a focal point when it comes to Canelo because he went up to 175 and he fought Sergey Kovalev. He didn't look at the other individuals that were young, spry, game, or any of that. And that's not even my problem with him fighting at 175. Here's the issue. Dimitri Bivol made it very clear that he would come down to 168 pounds and fight him. Why ain't he fight Dimitri Bivol? Why ain't he even say nothing about that fight? Because he know that nigga can move and can punch like a motherfucker. See, that's my problem with Canelo. Canelo works well within the realms of his comfortability. And I'm talking about the sense of him staying mid-range, him not having footwork, pretending like he chasing down Eric Landry Lara, making the crowd go crazy like Lara running from him. Shit like that. I don't see Canelo fighting any individuals that's going to get him outside of his comfort zone. Why don't he do that? Because that's my biggest issue with him. He'll fight some names that look credible on fucking paper, but at the end of the day, who's he really fighting here? And then we got to look at the significance. 5 catch weights, not against his significant opponents. So I'm just saying, tell him put that same energy into a nigga like Dimitri Bivol, and I will show this nigga all the love in the world. I wouldn't have one complaint out this nigga. Put that in.
Can I step in now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead and step in? Okay. Sorry. I'm kind of allergic to bullshit. But yeah. So as I was listening to both of y'all speak,
allergic to bullshit.
But it's
bullshit.
Hold on.
You can't even call that bullshit because at the same time, how many individuals at 160 or 168? I would like to see him fight Demetrius Andre. That's who he needs to fight if he gonna fight anybody that's at 100. If he wants to fight anybody at 160 pounds.
I would like to see that fight. I would like to see the Charlo fight, but doesn't Charlo fight at 160?
Hold on. He can't. Yeah. Charlo can't beat him, so I can't even talk about that shit.
Nobody you mentioned could beat him. I don't think
you out your mind. You out your mind.
But he should be fighting.
He should be fighting him.
He should be. Bottom line.
You telling me, just based off of fucking the experience, all the shit we seen from Canelo, that he literally just goes out there and he just beats Dimitri Bivol. I can't see that happening because I see the skill set that troubles him and really beats him and makes him outshines him and makes him look bad. I really think that's the one kid that can knock him out.
I've seen it. Is it 2 of them up there with B names that I'm confusing that could punch, or is it just one up there with that has a B name that could punch? Is there one? And he's a southpaw, and he's tall. That's what you talking about? Better be or whatever.
The half Japanese Korean kid from Russia.
Bivol.
Bivol.
And he's
You
supposed
talking
to be
Bivol? That's the
be all end
Canadian. That's
all
the
at
Canadian Russian cat, right? Out of Canada.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Better
And
be.
he's supposed to be the end all be all right now, at
Who?
175, right?
Oh, the better be? No, because I think Dmitry Bivol whoops his ass.
Okay, me too. Okay, that's who I saw. I haven't seen B-ball fight, but to be honest with you, if he was as good as you said he was, he would have made a bigger name for himself by now, don't you think?
Who?
You know, who has he fought?
Who? Dmitry Bivol just came in. He already beat Joe Smith. He beat Sullivan Barrera. He's beat John Pascal. So right now, he's fought for where he's at in his career. He's already a champion, and he's already been fighting pretty credible
you said
opponents.
Pascal, who's passed it.
Yeah, but
he
His
passed.
time is
Yeah,
over.
he passed his
And
prime.
Joe Smith is basically a gatekeeper.
What about Joe
Come on, man.
Smith? How's
He's a
Joe Smith a gatekeeper and he just beat a champion and later Alvarez knocked him smooth the fuck out?
He just got knocked out too, didn't he?
My whole thing is Rocky Fielding. Who the fuck is what's so special about Rocky Fielding besides him having a title?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Nothing.
And Canelo fought right away. He skipped his weight class just to go right up and fight him.
Nothing.
That's bullshit.
Well, you know what, man?
bullshit.
Everybody's entitled to that one fight after he's had a couple of tough. You know, he's fought
But
guys.
at the end of the day, everybody
part
was
of the
all
business.
high on Marcus Brown, and Marcus Brown was a young, spry guy holding a title over at the PBC. But John Pascal goes out there and knocks him on his ass last year 3 or 4 times. And we talking about this dude that's past his prime. Still,
Yeah,
we
but
talking
you know
about he
what?
passed his prime. So I hate when people say, "Oh, well, an individual passed his prime. We're not gonna give this individual credit for fighting this guy." But if he's still performing at a level with certain young individuals, how can you say that? Because people still got belief in Triple G, and this motherfucker is 37 years old with skin sagging off of him like fucking Hulk Hogan.
I don't really blame him for what he's doing because I don't blame Canelo for what he's doing because I know he fights more often than most of these fighters. And he even got out of a huge contract purposely so, he can control his own fate so he can fight as many times as he wants. He's basically standing up on his own and said, this is how I want my career to go. If these cats were like him, then, I'm telling you that, we wouldn't be having these conversations about who's not fighting because those fights would be easier to make, right?
What does Canelo's career path have to do with the opponents that he's fighting, all of the catchweights that he's had,
right?
and the fucking steroids that he was on, or the fucking PEDs that he was on?
I'm not getting into the meat thing, but he's fighting steroids. I mean, he's fighting
You can't.
champions, right?
These are things we can't refute. We can't refute.
Champions.
So you're going to refute the 5 catchweights too? Against credible individuals?
No, because that's in the past.
And
that's in the past. Floyd Mayweather fought at a catchweight.
But we're
Manny
talking about a
Pacquiao
crop
fought
of
at a catchweight.
individuals right now that
Everybody's fought
that don't want to fight shit. That we
that's
don't even
actually
think
a part of
highly
boxing,
of.
brother. That's
Troy,
actually a
Mr.
part
Graham,
of boxing.
Mr.
Catchweight's always a part of boxing.
Well, Mr. Graham.
and
hold on, Mr. Graham.
Canelo's?
Mr.
So
Graham.
it matter, right?
Mr.
Because
Graham.
Canelo benefit you right now. The catchweights matter.
Mr. Graham, it has look. You whatever y'all was talking about, and you said that we can't because that's
Floyd Mayweather ain't for Oscar like that.
The past has to be included because that's what props the fighter up, the accolades. So we can't just forget
you deal
about
with the here and now, brother. You deal with
no,
the
it's not. All right, so all right. So in that logic, let's deal with the here and now. He still ain't doing shit.
He's fighting champions, isn't he?
Jedi. And in the same breath, he's saying
What?
Clear your throat, man. Go ahead, Rob Bass. Clear your throat.
Oh shit! I want to rack right now.
Hold on, trying to light this blunt.
Rob Bass and I came to get there. My man Troy got jokes today, boy.
In the same breath, he's saying that stuff is in the past, but you want to talk about the conditions of boxing right now, saying these dudes don't want to fight each other, but you want to compare fucking Canelo and what he's doing at 160 and 168 and talk about the opposition. It don't work like that, Troy.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that, Two Hands. What I said clearly was that I'm talking about Alvarez, that he got out of a huge contract and he took his career by the reins and he's fighting as often as he wants to fight. If these cats would take their career by the rings and do something else like that, then actually a fight with them would be a whole lot easier to make because right now, as you know,
when did Canelo start his career?
I don't know, man. He's been around for
okay, better yet, when did Canelo fight Floyd Mayweather?
Years ago, a few years ago, man. But again, that's the past. It don't matter, man.
It does
has
matter
to. It
because if you're
has
talking
to.
Oh
about
God.
the conditions of his career, where he can travel and where he can go, that's based
The
off all
here
the
and now.
successes he's made off of in
The
his
here
career,
and
way before these individuals that you speak of are even doing anything in the boxing world. So you
that's
can't
not his
speak. This kid,
problem.
it's not his problem. So he started at
No.
15, and these other individuals started fucking 19, 20,
That
going
don't
pro
have nothing
right
to do
now,
with
and they
nothing,
just
man.
start.
The fact that they
He's
fighting
been
right
in two
now has
different
something to do with
eras.
something.
Yo,
But
It
that
John,
has
does have
nothing to
something to
do with
do with it
something.
because he's the
No,
mark.
it
There's only
don't.
two. Hold on, Troy. There's only two marquee boxers in boxing, so it has everything to do with it. If you're talking about business and the ability to move around with certain type of flexibility, where you can take your fucking career by the fucking rings, you have to deal with certain promoters. Canelo Alvarez is only one or two individuals that can dictate how it's going to work with any promotional outfit is going to go
Because of his
with
success.
contract and fucking titles.
better
Come on,
That's
man.
because of
call
his. You can't blame him.
Tyrone.
Yeah, you can't blame him for his success, brother. That's the thing.
Bro, you're
You
saying I'm
can't blame
blaming
him
him
for his
for it. I
success.
never made a success a topic. You did. You were talking about the fighters he's fighting at
How?
160 and one. Hold on. The beginning of the topic you were saying was which one of these fighters have the type of freaking resume that Canelo has at 160 or 168. I said that's a conversation I truly can't have with you because we already know the fighters at 160 and 168 are trash. And I've been saying that and they ain't fought nobody.
You
So I
better
said that's kind of
No,
a
call
null
I
and void
said name a
conversation.
fighter currently from
Tyrone.
160 to 168 that has a
Call.
better resume. Because you were saying that he's not fighting anybody, and I keep hearing that.
I
So if
never
he's not
said,
fighting
I
anybody,
never said he ain't fought
obviously,
nobody.
Tyrone.
Troy, for
huh?
one, you put words in my mouth
Call.
because I never said he didn't fight nobody. You asked me
What
first,
did you
what
say
are the
then, brother?
problems with Canelo? The first thing I said was clenbuterol. The second thing I said he has 5 catchweights against significant opponents. The third thing I said was he fought Callum Smith on a 5 weeks notice, and then he's fighting Navani Yildirim after that. There are under individuals time and time again that they wanted to see him fight. So then you proceeded to talk about the fighters and their resumes at 160 and 168. You want to talk about the fucking path, the trailblazing path that Canelo taking in his career, grabbing it
I
by the
don't know.
fucking rings and shit. So these are things that constantly flip here. So this is how
Call.
we got here. What are you talking about?
I said simply name me a current fighter at 160 or 168
And
that
what was
that
my
has fought
response?
tougher competition than Canelo. That's what
What
I
was
And I
my
said.
response?
and
I
I gave you my
highlighted, I
response.
highlighted youth. I highlighted youth. I highlighted the fact that this man's been a professional since he was 15 years old. I even asked you, how long ago did he fight Floyd Mayweather? All of these things have to go in conjunction with the fact that you're speaking on what he's doing in his career, who they fought and who they haven't fought. And my first answer to you was, that's not a conversation that I could truly
Like,
have with you because I think that
That's
they ain't fought nobody.
that's what I'm saying, and I'm also saying
And
thank
that,
I
you.
said that.
and I'm also saying that he did not. And we're not making your point. No, we're not. Don't no. Calm the tsunami, bro. It's just ripples in a pond, my
He
man.
just want motherfuckers to say so.
No,
Y'all can't
because
answer
I'm
my
about to
question, so
debunk it.
you know
I'm
I'm
about
right.
look,
Go
look,
ahead, Jedi.
I'm about to debunk this shit. All right, feel my saber. Look, check it. Look. You gotta understand. Canelo did not start campaigning at 160 or 168, so we can't make no comparisons, brother. That's like a trick question, sort of. Because if you want us to say that guys at 168 have been fighting tougher competition than Canelo, a lot of those guys were fighting at their weight class, the tough competition that Canelo did not fight, especially at 160. I mean, come on. Think about this, bro. I mean, that's like a I like Canelo and I'm waving my pom-poms for him statement right there. Like,
Talking about, it's like it has nothing because really, if we want to go back to the root of the conversation, you asked me what's people's problem with Canelo. You didn't like my response, so you begin to ask me what about other individuals' resumes, since we think if we think he fights bad competition. I never said he fought bad competition because clearly he's fought Austin Trout in his prime. Clearly he's fought Eris Landry Lara in his prime. Clearly he's fought Miguel Cotto. He's fought guys. He's fought the Kermit Centrons of the world. He's fought the Sugar Shane Mosley of the world, regardless of where they were at that time. I'm saying he has fought certain individuals. Danny Jacobs was no bum at the time he fought him. He was the IBF champion. So the problem is I'm not sitting up here saying that he's never fought anybody. I think, and I'm on record saying this several times, that Canelo is pound for pound in the world. Him and Bud Crawford, But the thing about the situation is, for as great as a fighter as I think he is tiptoeing around the competition. Where I really
Right.
want to give him a full grade of saying he really is this great, because there is a big question mark there. We can't go
Exactly.
off 5 weeks of Callum Smith. We can't go off of Vonnie Yildirim. We can't go off freaking Billy Joe Saunders. We can give him credit for the Callum Smiths and the Billy Joe Saunders, but there are other individuals we think present more of a problem, and they ain't
Okay,
them.
Two Hands and Jedi. Who is these people that he's tiptoeing around? Name them and claim them.
All right.
Who
I
are
got
these?
you. I got you. Hold on, but let me address Clark Kwan for a minute. I ain't no weird nigga just because I said feel my saber. If you look at the name Jedi, nigga, it's incorporated with a lightsaber. You're the weirdo for thinking that way. Okay, so now back to Mr. Graham.
Oh shit.
Fuck out of here with that Clark Kwan.
Reaper
Niggas,
Gang Radio. We
it's
take the
fucking-
time out to be petty. I do it all the
Word up.
time.
It's
All the
fucking
time.
Clark. First of all, it's Clark Kent, bro, not Clark Kwan. Ain't no Chinese Superman, you fucking SJW. Get out of here with that shit, bro. Boots the asses, bro. The two he's ducking was and this is why we can go back, because this is the major
Go
part
ahead,
of,
Jedi. Go ahead.
I am because he went down to 155, right? The clenbuterol fucking ghost fucking division. So he didn't fight Daniel Jacobs at the time at 160 like he was supposed to. He didn't fight. You tell me name him, I'm doing it. And remember, 155 is not a fucking division, dog. That nigga was the clenbuterol stage Super Saiyan nigga there, trying to get Gennady Golovkin to leave Arum to fucking come to 155. Facts, that really happened, son. So it's like, whoa. Daniel Jacobs and Gennady Golovkin so far. I could keep going. Everybody over at even Andre said, yo, I'll go for 154, 155. Nope, don't want to fight him either. At the time, Billy Joe Saunders as well. Nope, don't want to fight him either because he was busy at 155. Getting up to the stage and tiptoeing like Mr. Two Hands and everybody else sees. He's tiptoeing, bro. Come on, Troy. Mr. Graham, you come from looking at the greats and how they climbed this thing with levels. Now, it is not your fault, my fault, Two Hands, or anybody else here that even the contenders are not responsible enough to fight for their careers and make themselves worth something by what? Why what? Fighting. These guys aren't doing this. Instead, they're looking for paydays. This is why they come up short. And Canelo will always come up short across the debate table with the legends, because the legends at least have closed. Some of them have closed divisions. Some of them unified for reasons. This thing is going up different weight classes just to be called the
Right,
great.
and here's the worst part about his fucking catchweights. The catchweights is on behalf of this nigga not even being able to make 154 fucking pounds back in 2014, bruh.
Clenbuterol was what was cutting his weight at 155. It's there. The proof is in the pudding. Then they placate to this nigga and lower the levels and try to clear his name. Come on, bro. Something's fishy here.
Fucking Mauricio Suleiman is just on record, like not even a month ago, saying fucking the reason why we have clenbuterol issues with our fucking fighter on fucking barbershop conversation is because, you know what I'm saying, the levels of clenbuterol in the beef. If that's the case, motherfucker, my nipples should be huger than motherfucking Mount St. Helens right now.
You mean like Errol Spencer's? But anyway, to be honest with you, you said he didn't fight Jacobs, but he did fight Jacobs.
Later on.
You're right, but the fact is that
weight class.
No. He fought him. That was a fact.
No.
Yes or no?
No.
Yes or no? He fought him,
No.
right? And then his next fight is against who? Saunders, which is someone else who said he didn't fight. His next fight is against Billy Joe.
I never said Billy Joe Saunders, bro. Why you going to say? I said, bro, Billy Joe Saunders is not the guy that has the potential of beating this guy. I made it very clear that nobody at 168 has a better chance of possibly stopping him than David Benavidez. Let's be clear about this, man. Nobody has a chance. Does Billy Joe Saunders have a chance of stopping him? Do you think Billy Joe Saunders is going to go 12 rounds and put up enough convince the judges enough that he did enough to beat that man and him get a decision over Canelo Alvarez? Negro, please.
Where's that fight going to be held, y'all? That fight with Saunders? Is it in the UK or is it over here?
I have no idea, but it most likely be in the UK. Most likely.
Okay, well, maybe he could lose to the judges, but I don't see that happening because we don't know which Billy Joe. We don't know which Billy Joe. So let me finish. We don't know if it's the fat Billy Joe that likes to throw chicken at black people that's going to show up.
Oh man!
No, he threw a whole chicken and some wings at Deontay Wilder, and Deontay Wilder was like, "Damn, this is good." But
oh my God, man! Love that chicken from Popeye.
and then he fought the Frenchman and looked spectacular, right? And then he fell out off of what? Was it drugs or whatever? Billy Joe? Did he have a drug issue?
So
yeah,
you're proving,
right?
so you're further proving my goddamn point. What is the problem
no, I'm
here?
not. Listen. All I'm saying is he's gonna fight the guys you said he didn't fight. And yesterday really has nothing to do with today. He's fighting today. The dudes today need to just. I get it. They all need to fight.
This is Two Hands the Reaper. I repeat, this is Two Hands the Reaper, and I do not approve of this message. I will not take any part in this individual saying that Billy Joe Saunders is the guy that he didn't want to fight, nor could he beat. I've always been one to believe that Billy Joe Saunders gets stopped in the 6th or the 7th round by a body shot and will be pissing blood for the rest of the evening. So don't put me into that.
Let me step in and save my part. This is Troy Graham, a.k.a. ladies, Mr. G-Spot. That sexy gap tooth man. And I'm saying that Billy Saunders is not going to beat him, but that's a fight that Jedi said that he didn't fight, and I'm telling you that's his next scheduled fight. Am I right or not, Mr. Jedi? That's his next scheduled fight, right?
Man, I hear a bunch of click-clacking on your fucking floor because you's a tap dancing ass nigga, man.
Do not call me Sammy Davis Jr., man. Don't call me Sammy Davis. Look, don't call me Mr. Bojangles.
You got so
not
much,
call me Mr. Bojangles.
You got Tony Lion salute. You got so much.
Are you calling me Sandman Stim from the Apollo? Is that what you calling me?
I don't know, nigga. You could be running with the Rat Pack. Only thing you missing right now is a cigarette in your hand. That is it. And some goddamn concoline, nigga. Put your head back, nigga.
Like
Fry your head back.
Jr. That's what you do look like.
This is the problem here.
Like Paul Mooney Jr.,
no matter how you try to slice it, you can't talk about these soft individuals at 160 pounds, of these soft individuals at 168. No disrespect. I just mean soft in the sense of where it comes to Canelo and it comes to their opposition, it don't really measure up. If it comes to them getting to that fight, I can't entertain and say that's going to be a win. Billy Joe Saunders is something I'm not going to entertain like it's going to be a win. If he does, he proved me wrong once again, and I was wrong just like with Miguel Burchell. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying, you got to make me a believer in that situation, and that's just something I don't think his soft core can really do.
I don't sell belief, man. I asked a simple question.
Yes, you do. You a hell of a belief salesman, nigga. You've got a fucking palm reading fucking joint in the basement of your house.
No.
All you do is sell niggas' dreams.
I grow weed in my basement. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nothing.
Shit, I need an eighth right now.
I'm Jamaican. I ain't giving you shit. But now, but
Jamaican shit, motherfucker. You the worst Jamaican ever.
Okay. See, now I'm offended. Now we got Slapbox in the parking lot, Lexington Market. If you beat me, you buying me, a turkey wing platter, man. You buy a turkey wing, platter. That's
some. Out of all the things you could have said you wanted, you said a fucking turkey leg platter.
Turkey wing platter.
Who the fuck want that shit? Oh my god!
I didn't say I wanted it from Lexington Market. You gonna take me to Sweet Peas, which is in Federal Hills.
You could have picked anything. You could have picked anything. He chose a goddamn turkey wing. Y'all hear this guy, man?
You want to take Cro-Magnon selfies, bro. You want to look
you right. You should eat turkey. Stay away from that shit Canelo on. Fucking more cows.
I don't give a damn about the past. I don't give a damn. That's my point.
More chicken, less beef.
That's in the past. What I'm saying is,
in the past.
I actually have no problem with what the man is currently doing because he's fighting. He's just collecting bills.
But we both agree on that, Troy. I said his activity.
That could beat him. You said you had all these names that could beat him. But who are we talking about?
I already told you who I want to see him fight, but you want to ignore it. You want to ignore it. You want 80 million names. You want 80 million names. It doesn't have to be 80 million. All I need is one. All I need is one.
Give me that one credible name.
I already told you, Dimitri Bivol whoops his ass.
Boom.
He's at 175, brother.
He said he was willing to come down to 168, and he ain't have nothing to say about it. Wasn't Canelo at 175?
168, and win a belt.
He couldn't even make
he'll get a fight
He
with
couldn't even
Canelo.
make 154 in 2014.
Hold
I
on,
just
hold
told
on,
you that
hold
Tell
too.
on,
him to come down
Catch
to
weight for
168 and win the
Angulo.
belt, and he'll get a fight with Canelo.
He fought Kovalev, so why
He got
can't
a belt.
Why can't
He got
fight?
oh my God.
Why
Dimitri,
No, he does not have a belt at 168. Two hands. He
I'm
he
does
has a
not.
belt at
saying,
175.
I'm
So you mean to
saying.
tell
Okay,
me a champion
that's
at
not 168.
168 goes down and campaigns in the round with a belt that he already has? You mean to tell me that fight don't make sense? Dimitri Bivol, you wouldn't want to see Dimitri Bivol versus Canelo? Is that something you trying to put? Are you trying to put a belt roadblock in his way? Are you trying to?
No,
Am I hearing? Are you trying to
I'm
make
saying
a
that
street friend
Canelo is
with
collecting
your boy
belts.
Mr. Canelo? Am I hearing
I'm
that you
saying he's
actually want to
collecting
tell him
belts.
to go to
So
168?
tell your boy to come down to
If he went to
168 and
168,
get a belt,
he's
and
taking
he'll get a
boy
fight.
belt and he taking a couple other niggas' food in their belts. All I'm saying is he shouldn't, as a champion at 175. Kovalev was a champion at 175. He went up there to get his fucking belt. Did Kovalev tell Canelo he need to get a fucking belt to come up to 175 and fight for the
He
WBO?
couldn't
Come
have
on,
told him
Troy,
that
you can't
because
pull that
he couldn't
bullshit.
have told
Man.
him that because he gave him a hell of a check. If you okay, tell me
So
this much.
now it's about the check. So now you want to put the
Yes,
check on top of it.
that
What
fight
is it?
was nothing.
You just said tell B-Ball he need to get a belt if he wants to fight
Right,
Canelo at
exactly what I
168.
told him.
But I say to you, Canelo didn't have to get a belt to fight Kovalev at 175. What is it? What do you like I said, I can hear the click clacking on your floor right now
That
because
ain't
them
that ain't
tap
my
dance
phone.
shoes is weighing real
I'm
fucking
just
heavy,
being
nigga.
honest with you, man. That fight
No,
with
you
Kovalev
not.
was
You full of
nothing
shit.
but a money fight,
You
and we know that.
full of cat
That
piss
fight
and
was
dog
nothing but a
shit
money
right now.
fight, two hands. I ain't gotta lie about that. That was a money fight.
So
And your
Sergey
boy at
Kovalev. So
175,
you mean to tell me
he ain't
Sergey Kovalev at
he ain't
175
got
at
the
30?
money. He
Hold
got
on,
to come
Troy.
down and get a belt because he's not that established.
Troy, you
Come
really
on,
about
two
to
hands.
walk
You
my
know how
dog
it works
right
in
there.
the. You know how it works in
Troy, you
boxing.
too old to be
Kovalev was
trolling.
a money
Troy,
fight,
time out.
and he
You
got
too
that
old
fight.
to
He
be
won his
trolling.
belt.
You too old to be
B-Bob or
trolling.
whatever. If he wants
Troy,
Canelo, tell him to come to
Troy.
168 and win a belt, and he'll get a shot. Period. You know that's how that works.
All
Wow.
right, I gotta mute this fool because he too old to be trolling and consistently talking. You just heard this dude. You just heard this dude say that Dimitri Bivol doesn't have a belt at 168. So why doesn't he come down to 168 and get a belt? So when I counter respond and I say, did motherfucking Canelo have a belt at 175 for him to go up there and fight Kovalev? Did he put that roadblock in his way? He want to tiptoe and talk about finances now. So what you want to be, my nigga?
I
Do you
gave
want
you
to
the
be an
facts of the
accountant?
situation.
No. Put yourself back on mute. Do you want to be an accountant or do you want to keep it a bean? Because you're doing a whole lot of tiptoeing.
I'm
The
giving you
fact of
the
the
facts.
matter is,
I'm giving you the facts.
the fact of the
Okay, go
matter
ahead.
is,
Go ahead.
Sergey Kovalev at 37 years old does not make for a better fight than Dimitri Bivol at the same fucking weight class, holding the belt. People would have much rather seen Dimitri Bivol than see him fight over the fucking hill Sergey Kovalev that almost got knocked out in the fucking 8th round, I believe, by goddamn, who was it? The nigga that just fucking lost again.
Yard.
The European
Yard.
nigga with all the beeswax on his
Yard.
Anthony Yard. Come on, man, you full of shit right now, Troy. You know that.
Let me know when he finished.
I'm done. Cause you just got your ass kicked.
Okay, who's making all that noise?
He just dialing in the facts, that's all.
Yeah,
AOL,
that's all.
baby.
That's all. Hold on. I got one more. Hold on.
Reaper Gang online. Now, chat. If y'all just listen to this man for the last 30 goddamn minutes, y'all can't tell me this dude ain't full of goddamn shit. This
let
nigga
me
do more
finish
flip
now. Let
flopping
me
than
speak,
sandy
man.
beaches. Take the
I'm
flip
not
thongs on and
flip-flopping
put back on the
nothing.
sneakers.
No, let me speak now since you breathe fire all over everything. Take a deep breath there, Dragon Breath. Let me
need
say
to.
what I got to say, all right?
I'm long-winded.
You
I do
damn
this shit
sure
for
are,
real.
Dragon Breath. Let me
But my
speak now. You
points
go on
my
mute.
points be 1,000 though. That's why
Give me
y'all fuck with Reaper
1,000.
Gang
Give
Radio.
me 1,000 hot breath. Go on mute. Let me say
shit.
what I got to say.
Yeah, nigga, because you gotta have a lot of because you need a fireproof booth for all this flame, nigga.
Man, let me say this. We all know as fans of the sport, and you know, Jedi know, everybody listening knows, that fight with Kovalev was nothing but a money fight to grab a belt at another weight class. There's no need to discuss that. This other guy you mentioned, Bivol,
This
or
Negro
whatever,
can't be serious. Oh my God.
Bivol or whatever his name is, right? He's not
Wow.
established. Nobody knows who he is. So he would have to come to 168 because Canelo does not fight at 175. he would have to come to 168, get a belt, and then Canelo would have no excuses at that point because his name doesn't move anything because he's not established like Kovalev was.
Oh my God. See,
You
it is
understand what I'm
funny to
saying?
me, Troy. No, I don't see what you're saying because it is extremely funny to me how you can go in extremely elaborate detail after I counter respond. Now, if you would have probably said something about his finances, said something about him going having to tiptoe down there for a belt because Canelo doesn't fight at 175 when he clearly just fought at 175 against a guy with a freaking belt, and Kovalev is supposed to be this money grab. I do believe there are several other directions that Canelo can move to make a much better money grab than a freaking 170-pound fucking soft stomach Sergey Kovalev, who was just completely fucking frigid and fucking just malnourished.
Okay, let's just deal with some facts and then we can move on. Who else at 175 is more established than Kovalev and can make Canelo some money? Who else?
Arthur Beterbiev. Arthur
He
Beterbiev,
has
who
no
just beat
name, man.
He just beat Alexander Bosdick, and he just beat
Nobody
Callum
knows who that cat. Okay,
So
look.
don't nobody know Alexander Bosdick and Callum Johnson?
No, we talking about
Incredible name.
casuals is the ones that spend money. Me, you, Jedi, we boxing fans, but the casuals are the ones that know who Kovalev is based on his fights and his knockouts, etc., etc. Nobody knows who the cat is that you
How is
mentioned.
nobody gonna know? Well, a lot of casual fans pay attention to when titles on the line. That's why title matches are always usually the
but
main card,
if
or
you
they
say
stack
that
title
name in a
matches
room
to
full
sell a
of
card.
people-
So you're gonna tell me a guy who
Yes.
just fucking went on a rampage and put out a sensational knockout. Nobody's just gonna pay attention because the thing is, it doesn't matter who Canelo fight. This is the point that you're missing. It doesn't matter who Canelo fights because the fight is gonna sell itself. Nobody with a fucking pulse was watching that fight because of Sergey Kovalev. Nobody with
I
a pulse
watched it.
was watching Evander Yildirim because of Yildirim. Nobody with a freaking pulse was watching Rocky Fielding because of Rocky fucking Fielding or Danny Jacobs. They were watching that shit purely for Canelo.
Talking about Kovalev and Canelo.
And I just made a point about Kovalev and all the other individuals Canelo picks and chooses. Because it's the point you're missing. Canelo picks and he chooses. He picks and he chooses.
Right. He's you having a hard time dealing with the fact that he
chose Rocky Fielding for a big payday. What are you missing?
You would have to ask him that. I'm not in his camp.
Shit, Troy.
Yeah, I'm not in this camp, baby. I don't know why he
there you go with that bullshit. I'm about to kick this nigga to the background. So he's
I'm not in
me
his
out.
camp. So how the hell am I gonna know what he do anything for? I'm just telling you, when he moved up for Kovalev, that was his way of the easiest way of getting a belt and making a monster paycheck. And he came right back down to 168.
Man, Sergey Kovalev hasn't even made no fucking appeal. Even when he had them 2 fights with fucking Andre Ward, them shits didn't even demand hella fucking appeal. Sergey Kovalev has never been fucking appealing when it comes to the fucking boxing market and making major sales. Once again, you cannot refute the fact when I just sat up there and said this nigga fought Rocky fucking Fielding, and you can't tell me that shit was meant to fill up fucking seats.
Right.
So why are you going to even think that Sergey
that
Kovalev
was just to fill time, I believe. Rocky Fielding was just to fill time.
Troy, he signed a $300 million fucking contract. You think
which he broke.
Yup.
Which he broke out of, right?
Now, was he broke out of the contract when he fought Sergey Kovalev, or did that fight happen on his own?
No, he wasn't.
Okay, then. So what is your point? What is your point? Wasn't Rocky Fielding on his own as well?
My point is, you can't deal
with the fact that Rocky Fielding on his own as well?
Yep.
My point is that
was Rocky Fielding on his own as well?
Yep.
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Yes, it was.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. What's got to do with
that in conjunction with the $300 million contract. You can't sit up there and say that Sergey Kovalev. Oh my God, man! Y'all can't see how this dude's stressing me out.
We're not talking about that, man. We talking about Canelo and his competition. That's what started all this.
And this is all based around Dimitri Bivol. So once again, everything that you are saying makes entirely no sense.
Fighter.
Huh?
He's a 175 fighter. Why you keep tying Canelo to 175 when he only fought there once?
Because
the point is he was willing to come down to 168. You're the one who put a title in front of it. You're the reason why we're here. You put a title, you put finances, and several other fucking piles of fucking monkey shit on top.
I'm dealing with the fact that this man is chasing belts at 168.
I'm dealing with the fact that I don't know if I took LSD or I don't know if
Go
I'm on
ahead,
an
man.
LSD trip right now. This is real life, or fucking somebody needs to pour a bucket of water on me right now because I
Well,
am fucking having the
you
worst
you need
nightmare
to
ever.
Somebody's on their
you
feet. Somebody's on their feet.
you need to stop rubbing your boots into Eddie Murphy's white couch before him and Charlie kick your ass since you're over their house doing
Fuck your couch.
all the
You the
stuff you're
only
doing.
person that's been disrespecting the
Fuck your
sofa.
couch.
You
your
have been.
couch.
You brought your muddy ass boots in here and
Right.
disrespected the sofa, not the other way around.
Oh,
Fuck your couch.
but
This
listen,
nigga.
Fuck
Oh
your
my
couch.
what I'm
god.
saying is this. I'm not really disagreeing with you on a lot of things. I'm simply
No,
saying
you're
that
disagreeing with me on everything.
that
Not a lot of things.
he I'm
Everything.
saying that
Hold
your
on, Troy.
boy
Everything.
I'm
Let's say
saying
it
your
with
boy
me.
is not established, and you
Everything.
know that, man. This Butterbeaver, whatever the dude's name is, he's not established. His name don't move nothing. That's why he has to get a belt. Let him get a belt at
So in what
168,
way?
and then old
So in
boy will
what
fight him.
way? So if
Is
we. So if
Rocky
we.
Fielding? Yeah, no. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest
So
with you.
in
That's
what?
not my call to make.
See, you so
So
full
then
of
how are
shit.
you
It's bothersome.
Hold on.
You.
Yes, sir.
So you don't know. Okay, so
No, I don't.
so you're out here half-wittedly challenging somebody that Philly does. Is basically what
I'm
you're
not
doing?
half-witting and challenging anybody
So then
because
how is it
see,
you don't know the rest
it
of that
isn't my business as
information?
a fan to know everything a fighter does. I watch fights,
Right.
brother.
You just said that right there. Why
Right.
don't you know? Why don't you know the rest? But yeah, you're out here.
Because I watch
Right.
fights, brother. I'm a fan.
Bro,
I'm not a
but
financial
hold
guy.
on. You just opened the door. Get back
Marcelo
over here.
Hernandez. That's not true because I've said several times that Canelo is clearly the top fighter in the world, skill set.
Yeah.
I've said that several times. It's not with this conversation was never based on if we're not happy with Canelo. It was based on the fact that why does everybody feel a certain type of way of Canelo? So I highlighted the reasons why, and this is how we went down this whole rabbit hole and fucking
You don't
this
have a
rabbit hole
reason.
of
That's my
confusion.
point.
So don't blame me.
No, but your
Blame
reasons are
Troy
not
because
reasonable.
you're fucking making a whole bunch of fucking points that have
I'm
no
not making no
factual
pornos.
basis.
What you talking
I've
about?
countered everything that you said with fact. And all you can sit up here is
You
tap dancing around it. I swear
what?
to God, I don't know if you
What
fucking a
fact?
famous tap dance artist, Emmett
What
Smith,
fact?
or what? Because you juking like Emmett right now. I swear to
Man, I'm
God, you done
260
spun around
pounds.
that
Have you ever
fact.
seen a
You
200
done
pound?
juked to the
You
left
ever see a
around this fact.
260 pound
You done went to the right.
tap
You done
dancer?
heard
Have you
over me
ever
on
seen a
this fact.
260, 6', 200 pound tap dancer?
You're the
Huh?
best.
This shit is outrageous.
Never gonna
Man, we need to change the subject because I ain't gonna back down. You ain't gonna back down. Change the damn subject because I'm not changing
You
mine.
know
I'm not
why?
backing down.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because you're the best.
Why?
Never gonna do the best.
He sound like a Puerto Rican Michael Jackson over here.
No doubt, man. I always throw in the background when it gets crazy like that.
Yo, hold on one second. Yo, Weezy board and everybody saying two hands. Look at the chat, two hands, you missing the chat. Whole time this motherfucker was in here, all he doing is talking. I ain't even reading nothing of what he said. All he's talking about is two hands, keep my mama name out your mouth. See, this is the shit that y'all don't understand is going to continuously get this dude fucked up.
What?
By fucking with me. I'm not entertaining none of that Charlie ass shit he doing. That's some cold ass bitch shit. And why do I need to take time out of my life to entertain me? What do y'all want me to talk boxing? Y'all want me to talk Johnny Boy? You can't have it both ways.
You're supposed to be singing right now, Jedi. See, now you messing up.
I'm dead ass. Do y'all want me to talk boxing or do y'all want me to talk Johnny Boy? We can't have it both ways. This nigga can't be pussy on Monday and then next Monday be a tough guy.
I'm saying, Troy, this is a personal statement.
So at the end of the day, fuck what he doing, fuck what he got going on. I made it a point based on me that I wasn't going to fuck with this little lame ass crab ass nigga. He can say all of that shit in the world. I'm not moved. I don't believe it. If y'all believe it, that's on y'all. But he could never make me a believer. So I done made my point. The niggas that I respect, I told them straight up. I put the flag in the ground. I don't give a fuck. So I'm gonna ask it one more time. The niggas want to hear two hands talk boxing, or do I gotta go to war and fucking smite a fat nigga? I don't give a fuck about this nigga.
Okay.
I'm trying to make it a point to not give a fuck about this nigga.
Yeah, I take offense to the fat comment. Two hands. I take offense.
Man, you good on your own validity. This is for the disrespectful dudes.
I know.
I don't care. I used to be fat. Real shit. I was 5 foot, 175 pounds. I ain't gonna stunt. A young fat nigga, angry as
That's
fuck.
See, Troy? See what you started?
I just don't care about the bullshit because at the end of the day, this shit just is garbage to me. All this shit he's spewing out is garbage. It's influence because he got a battery pumped in his back. If he want to play the Energizer Bunny, he gonna be beating the drum, running around in a circle with some ugly ass sunglasses on for the rest of his fucking life. I ain't got to do that shit. I'm living a little different over here. Fuck him.
You know what? You should inbox me your address. So I can come over there and give you a hug or something, man. Let's get back.
Just give me a bottle, and I got a whole bunch of purple in my drawer, and I got a bottle of Hennessy down here. I don't need nothing else.
Yo,
I just need less sucker shit in my life. That's it. That's it. If I can stay sucker free, I'll be good.
Yeah.
Hey, Jedi, look, man, I got a cousin named Chauncey. You know, he played the tambourine in the church choir.
Nice.
And he liked to fry chicken and make you know, potato salad and hang out the bars. Had to stand over there to go give 2 hands.
Troy, you got the worst fucking jokes ever, dog.
It
Your
worked
fucking
for
jokes
me,
are
though.
terrible.
It worked for me.
The whole chat in that joint like, wah, wah, wah. I'm like, what is this dude talking about? Niggas got to go back to the Buck Roger. Niggas got to go, niggas got to go back to the Buck Roger years to try to understand that shit, dog.
Man, you sharp nose barrel. Shut up. I don't give a damn what you say. Raise up the next
nigga got some. This nigga got them old ass Flash Gordon ass jokes,
I don't
man.
care, man. As long as I get people to laugh.
Hey, look, man. Flash Gordon is not here, so nobody's laughing, nigga.
What?
You are Vander Holyfield missing a chromosome in the face.
God damn. Troy trying to kill us over here. Troy trying to kill us over here. The whole motherfucking chat over this bitch like, oh my God, they got the Mr. Magoo face right now. Like niggas over this joint like, is he serious?
Like, as long as I get to laughing, if you won't laugh at me, that's fine with me. That's fine with me, man.
If you laughing at your own jokes and they are fucking unadulterated trash, you might have a problem. You might want to get a psychological eval because shit looking a little spooky over there, Troy.
I already know that.
Troy got cutouts. Baby. Troy got cutouts of a whole audience in front of him. He really be practicing this shit, standing in front of a mic and everything.
You have a camera in my house, brother. Nigga, you have a camera in my house.
Hey, yo, what happened? Hey, what happened when the chicken crossed the road? Get it?
No, brother. You know, man. It was the road that crossed the chicken. It was the road that crossed the chicken. It wasn't the chicken in my gut.
Okay. What happened when the chicken crossed the road? That nigga got ran the fuck over. That's what happened to him. Next question.
Okay, good, man. Let's talk some boxing now. I ain't listen to your nonsense, but good.
Man, take that cutout audience and shove that shit in the closet because they ain't even laughing at that shit.
I'm glad
you know paper can't laugh at you, Negro.
Oh man.
No, but it makes a hell of an echo when you're by yourself. But anyway, I'm glad.
Them little niggas taped to the chair. They all his hostages and shit. They all hostages to them dead ass jokes. They're tied up like.
I want to go home.
Get the fuck out of here!
I want to go home.
I'm gonna set them all on fire if they try to run. Set them all on fire. But I'm glad you back. I'm glad you back to focusing on me, man. It's a much happier place to be.
I don't know how I feel about that, Troy. You shouldn't ever want me focusing on you. That, my friend, is another problem. Look, nigga,
I can take it, man. I can take it.
They got plenty of clubs in San Francisco, Atlanta.
No, you going down the wrong street now, brother. You going down the wrong street. I might have to change your name to the Too Sweet instead of Two Hands. You going down the wrong street.
Hey, Two Sugars. No, nigga, if you don't want Too Sweet, no, nigga, call me Two Sugars. Fuck that.
This nigga is crazy. It's too early for this shit, son. Yo,
Two Sugars.
Yo, I don't give a fuck, nigga. I gotta help you. I gotta give you a better joke so you can joke on me. I gotta do that. I can lend you some. I can lend you some.
Hilarious.
Next time, call. But now, when you call me two sugars, motherfuckers gonna be like, "You got that shit from two hands. You should be ashamed of yourself."
Word, right? Yeah, borrow a joke. Man. How you borrow?
You actually just got it from me because I called you too sweet, but that's all right. That's all
nah,
right.
man, that's a remedial joke, bro. You got handed down a joke, bro. That's fucked up.
I know, man.
You better hop back in. You better hop your ass back in that phone booth, nigga. Holly, Bill, and Ted, tell them motherfucking run you up a couple years, nigga. Not back, run it up a couple years.
You gotta hold your hand with that joke, dog. That's crazy, man.
No, but that's good though, man. That's good. You're back in your happy place, so we get back to boxing.
See, that's the thing. I'm always in my happy place. You just got like there. You just can't play with like I just don't like to play with people because people have this thing where I know you deal with a lot of people and them motherfuckers give you a lot of different personalities and they not really being them all of the time. No, this is me every single day. On and off of here, this isn't a game. So I take everything how it should. Like I just feel like respect is respect, and we can keep it within that realm, or because goofy shit shouldn't be entertained, but you have to entertain it sometimes if it's pertaining to you.
I can't breathe.
I can't breathe, nigga. I can't breathe. Shit, Johnny boy taking up all the air in the room.
Oh shit. Yeah, shit, bro.
All right, for real. I ain't gonna do that. But yeah, man, back to boxing, man. So look, so can we just honestly say here that all of that shit you just said was some bullshit?
Man. I'm done with that.
That's all right. Shout out to the playback gang, because they gonna love you. You are the fucking star Reaper Gang Radio this money. So for you, I am truly appreciated because we're gonna get a kick out of you this week.
That's cool, brother. That's cool, but I'm not gonna keep going with you because you ain't gonna bend. I'm not gonna bend. They ain't gonna go nowhere. So
I'm saying, man. All I'm saying is you was spitting pixie dust today.
And it's all good, man.
You was spitting some pixie dust today.
And it's all good, Tanker Bell.
What the hell you talking about, my guy?
So look, man, at the end of the day, anybody that walked up in the shit later, whatever, I wanted to be known straight up that I do have respect for Canelo. I got respect for a lot of shit that Canelo's doing as far as his activity. All I'm saying is I want to see him active with a particular individual. I like to see, because I have this thing about Eddie Reynoso where I feel like Eddie Reynoso likes to fight and they match make fighters that are within their comfort zone, that aren't going to give them troubling problems where you're going to really see the holes that exist in certain fighters' game. I feel like if you're going to call yourself a complete fighter, then you should be a complete fighter. They should be able to fight a bully style, should be able to fight a counter defensive fighter, should be able to fight a guy that's on his back foot, you know what I'm saying, that lives off the jab. There are multiple things that you should be able to do. I don't like fighters that are just opposed to fighting towards one type of look. And Canelo's giving us those looks. But when it comes back to going back to those looks, those are the things I have a problem with. I just find 5 weeks fucking giving a person 5 weeks a little shaky. But as far as the individual and the fighter, he'll knock Charlo the fuck out. I've already said that. Charlo's a streamlined A to B fighter. He ain't going to be able to exist in a world where Canelo beating the shit out of him. Canelo too big. If he want to play the inside, he going down early. So Charlo ain't going to be able to do what he think he going to do. That's too simple. That would be like how Callum Smith was trying to live off the jab and stay back foot, but Charlo staying streamlined with the long fucking 1-2 or trying to hit him with the sweeping hook or whatever like that. And Canelo was just going to fucking chew his body up the whole time.
Yeah. But of course, people are going to say we hating. People are going to say what we're speaking is not. At least Troy, he had facts and shit. Mr. Graham had facts, but it's just a question, that he asked, like who had a tougher competition between 160, 168 and Canelo. I mean, Canelo was coming up while these guys were fighting each other, and then, Canelo didn't fight those guys. So then you can't really, if he came in at 160 and then went to 168, that's different. That's a different story. And then if he fought but that's the thing with Canelo. It's an incomplete story because he kept skipping weight class and going from weight class to weight class. This is why, man. He's not a fighter that has a solid position. The only way you can look at Canelo is he's a different divvy fighting champ, basically.
Yeah, man. Because look, that's why I highlighted the fact that This motherfucker had a catchweight, you know, his first catchweight was with Alfredo Angulo, man. And I mean, this was back in 2014. He couldn't make 154 fucking pounds.
Yeah.
So if he couldn't make 154 pounds in 2014, you got to look at the significance, look at the size of the fighter. Canelo ain't no fucking little boy, man. So all I'm saying at the end of the day is when it comes to, and I'm like, yo, you got the catch weight for Laura. Like, it's a lot of fucking catch weights with a lot of dudes in weight classes that you really couldn't exist in. So I can't sit up there and not, because here's the thing, right? I think there's a lot, because you got a certain type of fan, Jedi, that wants you to fucking pander based off of their feelings towards a fighter. I'm never going to be a slave to that. And I want people to understand that. Don't expect Boxing Jedi to be a slave to it. Don't expect me to be a slave to it. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on with the fighter, good and bad. Now, if you take that as me disliking the fighter, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to oblige you. Because that's not the case. We just have to acknowledge the holes. Because if we don't, then y'all would want to exist in a world where you have nothing but yes men talking about these fighters 24/7, and you'll never understand the deficiencies or the shit that they get away with, other than what you see in the ring. And niggas be getting away with a lot, man.
Yep, big time.
So, man, I think, you know what I'm saying, we done hit almost 2.5 hours, man. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up, Jedi, man.
No doubt. No doubt, man. Thank you for having me, man. Always a great stream as well, man. I hope you and Johnny get to talk this shit out. You know what I mean? Even though you'll go separate ways, but at least it's get talked out. Because I know you ain't say nothing on his mom. And I know somebody done told him, or some people told him, man. I just want him to get over that shit and be able to talk to y'all. That's that. Peace to everybody, man, that subscribed to both of these gentlemen, myself as well, and everybody that was on the panel. Peace to Troy Graham. Peace to you, my brother. Peace to H Money, man. Keep on the good side, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing. You'll be accepted soon. You know what I mean? You know, people will understand you a little bit more. Just keep striving and doing your thing, brother. God bless. And everybody out there, man, definitely, man. Thank you, Mr. Two Hands.
Hey, man, as always, man, I appreciate having you, dog. We cook it how we cook it every time, bro. You already know how we go, man. Love. Y'all definitely need to subscribe to Boxing Jedi, man. Subscribe to all of the dudes that's talking truth. We gotta build the right channels up. We gotta stop giving the viewership to the wrong channels and build the right fucking channels up. And that's definitely one of the fucking right channels. No cap. Yeah. Man, but as far as the Johnny Boy shit, like I said, man, it's a dead issue to me. And as far as the people that instigate, like I said, I had several individuals this whole week that fucking came in my comment section, told me he was instigating or whatever because they just wanted to view the negativity. They wanted to see the bullshit. But I don't oblige anybody in that. If I ever make a decision, it will never be off of what somebody says in the comment section unless it's conducive to being positive about boxing. That's why I fucking gave up all my fucking followers in fucking Twitter and fucking 2 to 6 months of getting them and started all the way over because I was like, yo, we got to clean shit up. We got to separate the boxing shit from the bullshit. And that's all we need to do, man. Separate the boxing shit from the bullshit. But all in all, if anybody want problems, you can get it. But as far as Johnny Boy, I'm cool from a distance. That's that, man. As we always say at the end of this shit, it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. Shout out to the whole playback gang and a shout out to everybody that stuck around for Reaper Gang Radio Volume 12. Man, it was lit. I appreciate all of y'all. Man, health and wealth. Y'all be easy.
Peace.